If I interpret my Windows correctly, it's desperately trying to update a thing, and it's not working. So if my internet starts conking out, or my PC randomly explodes, I can't speak today, so let's get that out of the way as well. But yeah, if that happens, you know, it's Windows to blame as always. Right, mates? Right, Milko? Not to separate you from mates, I just, like, let's just, you know, let's, click on go and stop rambling. So I slept roughly 3 to 4 hours today, which isn't a lot, and I'm sure that'll be represented by my insane commentary today. But yeah, I felt like playing this anyway. It was pretty fun yesterday to just hang out in the water, do some base building, that sort of shit, so this might not be the most competent of days, and if that annoys you, I apologize, there's not much I can do about it. We'll probably shuffle through our items roughly 18 times a second. Get lost in the storage system, that sort of shit, but alas, you'll just have to deal with that. Oh right, we just returned from a looting trip, didn't we? Immediately the first inventory woe. Try close menu by pressing escape. Nope, not in this game. Only menu button to close things. Oh, we have rubies in here. Yeah, okay, sure, let's put the diamonds in here then. Yeah. I need to turn this into titanium. We can do that in a second. Okay, let me actually grab these. I need some mushrooms. I think we have some in the entry S. We also need cave sulfur. I think we have that in the entry S as well. I don't think we have any spare batteries lying around. We'll use the freshly made one on our scanner, I reckon. Let's see. Okay, we have exactly enough for one battery. That works out. That is alright with me. I do like this game's soundtrack, it's very fun. Let's see. So if we make a new tool using the empty battery, will this tool be full or not? You would expect it to be empty, but you never know with games. The way I expect it to work is that any tools that have actually bars like this will be empty, but anything that doesn't actually use power will be full. Nope, it starts full. Nice, we just got a free refill on the old battery there. Very good. I started with this locker for some reason, right? Yeah. Let's just shove this full of stuff. Put you in here. Nope, that's the wrong locker. Alright, cool. Good enough. If I press this, the sunbeam will start dying. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, never mind.
Message from Aurora Live Pod 13 coordinates attached. Live Pod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
Well, you did.
Location uploaded to PDA.
Already sounded like a bit of a knob in that. Roughly 1 second's worth of interaction time we had with them. Oh, these have finished growing. Right, so I think we can do 3 more of these in one planter. There we go, so this is now full. Good, good. And then we put our knife back on. Put that over the repair tool for now. Press the wrong button like a champion. Oh, we're gonna have this issue every time, aren't we? Here we go. Come on, Unomoto. We can hit this. Character man, please. If only you could crouch down. Imagine making a system where you have to use a knife on your produce to get seeds from it, and then the regular indoors planter functions in such a way that you have to fiddle with this sort of shit 18 million times before it works. Right, yeah, so if I also do this, somehow, maybe at one point in my life, miraculously. See if you can find the spot somewhere. There we go. Awkward. Felt like I had tried that before. Okay, so this planter is now also full. Very good. So we are filling up on the old stuff that we are growing. Speaking of stuff that we're growing, let's also get right back to planting more things. At least I'm not binning the planter while just flailing my knife around, it seems. Okay, okay, we are good. I think I slightly drifted away from the object I was interacting with. Right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see, this should be the sunbeam finally. Nope. More distress calls. Man, I get.
Officer Keen in Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
We've found this PDA before, like the one on the dry land.
Transmission origin coordinates
Oh, that's right.
downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Yeah, it seems like we had a lot of these voice lines, these recordings queued up when we were last playing. And for some reason the game just didn't get to play them. I wonder if it's because I have restarted the game now that they're all playing. I guess we got one at the end of last session, so maybe it wasn't completely fucked. Oh, we got the moon pool fully. I thought we had only found a bit of it. Well, in that case, let's make this as well. Should have enough titanium now that we finished that last trip that we did. I think it was 10 per bar. I'm not actually counting, I'm just grabbing a bunch. And lead is here. And then we need Uno lubricant. We have that over here in our to be sorted bin. Here we go. One. I think we have enough for two. Please tell me we have enough. Thank you. Sweet. Get ourselves a moon pool. We might need a little bit more titanium just to make a little connecting tunnel as well. Because we will have to build this with the habitat builder outside somewhere. So we'll need to find a good spot for it. Ideally one with a lot of room. So I might go out over here over the wreckage. Like maybe one tile here, something like that. Seems reasonable adjacent. Sure, why not? Spreading out the base bits a little bit to make it look more like there's actually things going on rather than just one room after the other. And then this goes here somewhere. Guess we could line it up this way as well. I think I prefer that. That looks slightly better. Sure, let's do it. Please don't be too much and break my hull. Nope, we are at 0.3. I definitely calculated that. That's not the power of pure coincidence barely keeping us intact. Oh, well, I actually can just grab my Seamoth and plug that right in. So we now have a moon pool over here, look at this. We can now perform docking. Ta-da! And if I recall correctly, this comes with a little...
Without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
I'll get right on the latter. We're kind of short on pets right now. I thought this came with a control panel. Do we have to build that separately? I thought there was a thing here that allows you to customize your parked vehicles. Well, apparently we still have to find out and research that, but at least we can dock our boat now, or little Seamoth, and have that charge. I'd like to eventually slap a lot more glass on these walls, because, like I said in the last session, the windows and underwater just look around stuff is great in this game. It always looks pretty automatically, regardless of what you build, but we're a little bit short on glass, and especially we're a little bit short on durability for the, or on, what do they call it, hull integrity, so... maybe we should wait with that until we are a little bit better in that regard. So I need to go and grab some bladderfish, and then I think we'll head over to the wreckage that we explored last time. And now that we have the laser cutter, we can go into the last room there. If we're lucky, we can get the battery charger from that, which would make life a little bit easier. See if there's any bladderfish around. We have at least one right here. Yoink. I think the rest are just normal fisk. Speaking of normal fisks though, we may as well grab some. Get ourselves some food for the long haul. Since we can always just toss them in a bin. My fucking mousepad is dirty, give me a sec. There you go. Alright. Some more bladderfish, please. Those are shuttle bugs. Not what I need. I haven't scanned this yet, have I? Yeah, Gary Fish. I remember coming by these last time and just picking one up rather than scanning it. Very important hyper-specific memory to still have. Yoink. And a yoink. Force it to us for now. But I was trying to grab that. Oh right, I need to be careful. As we found out last time, those things kill you super fucking fast if you just hang out in the smoke cloud for a sec. But yeah, eventually we'll be able to slap a little control panel into the moon pool. And then we can rename our ships, change the colors, that sort of thing. Very fun. I don't know if you can build the command room or whatever it was called in Below Zero, where you can change the look of your base. I don't think that was in vanilla. I was gonna call it Factorio. Subnautica this. Yeah, this is Subnautica, not Factorio. So yeah, I don't think this was in vanilla Subnautica. So we might not get to see that one, but rest of it will at least make look somewhat pretty, I reckon. How are we doing for food? 106. Yeah, not really worth worrying about that for now. So let's toss both of you in here. I have some salt. I guess I could salt one of these. So using salt to cook something, you can cure it instead and make it not spoil, basically. It'll dehydrate you a little bit when you eat it, but on the plus side, you can keep it in your inventory without it going off. So yeah, that's just 32 food when we need it. Right, so with that done, let's head over to our moon pool and get a move on. I don't think it repairs my sea moth, but it'll automatically recharge it, which is very, very good. Because otherwise, charging power cells, there's a station for that later, but similar to the battery charger, which we still don't have, I think it's gonna take a little bit of time before we get that. So getting to just dock and have my power replenished for effectively free is nice.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
Yoink.
decreased.
What do I usually have in that slot? Repair tool, I think. Let's put that right back. Park ever so slightly closer. The entrance was right here. Get some light going as well. Just bump into everything as normal. The door has reset. That would possibly be confusing if this wasn't the latest thing we had done anyway. Man, this is using a shit ton of power for a single door, huh? Look at that. That's gonna cost us 20% battery almost, just to get through one fucking door. Well, we get the battery charger as a result, as a reward, so that's nice, but still kind of fucked how much that drains.
New blueprint acquired.
Hey, mod station fragment number 1. Odd bit of the soundtrack to have going off like that. And another data box. Lightweight high capacity tank. I think that makes us faster but doesn't quite have as much oxygen capacity as the biggest version. Okay, elevator shaft, anything down here? Another room. Goddamn, I didn't expect it to be that much to this wreckage. I thought we were just gonna hop in, grab something, leave. Hey, that's some decent water. Hey, vehicle upgrade console. Speak of the devil.
New blueprint acquired.
Isn't this also? Yep. Well, it's still just, whatchamacallit. Titanium for us, because we already have that, but hey, better than nothing. More titanium, more titanium.
30 seconds.
But damn it, why is that so fiddly? Okay, we need to come back here in a second. I need to go get some oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen is indeed a thing that the body needs. Hop right back out.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I think we're done with this recipe, aren't we? Yep. I think we're done with this recipe, aren't we? Yep. I'm doing a bit where I'm saying that every time, don't worry. I think we're done with this recipe, aren't we? Don't worry, it's gonna be funny by the 8th repetition. That seems to be it. Doesn't look like we're meant to be able to go through there. Oh, we got plenty of stuff in here though, so that's nice. Yeah, that was definitely worth coming back here with the laser cutter, goddamn. I didn't expect it to be that good. I thought we were gonna, like, I don't know, maybe finishing the battery charger, but nope, we just got everything that we could ever want. Vehicle upgrade station, first bit of modification station. Very fine. Kojak? There aren't that many crabs in this game, all things considered. You'd expect there to be more, but they kind of focus on the Fisk part, especially the very large Fisk. Can't really blame them, you can really compete with crabs. If those were abundant, you'd just not have a chance of winning the game. Get snipped in half on your first exploration session. Right, so what do we need to make all this shit? Let's say, okay, we have 22 new blueprints apparently. Upgrade console, we can probably afford that, very good. We have learned about alien containment, but haven't learned how to make it yet. Battery charger, we can probably make that as well. I can unpin the moon pool, can't I? Yeah. We're done with that. We've learned about polyaniline and hydrochloric acid. Oh yeah, deep shrooms, those were the other thing we need. Gel sex and deep shrooms are the weird secondary resources that you end up needing halfway through the game. Anything else new and or interesting? We got a new oxygen tank, didn't we? Is that a modification station thing? Oh yeah, the propulsion cannon. Don't think we'll be using that anytime soon. We could make it, it's not particularly hard to make. Oh, vehicle upgrades, that's where all the new things are coming from. Why are we getting shown upgrades for things that we haven't even learned yet? How have we gotten access to the prawn suit jump jet upgrade and the thermal reactor and everything? That is unusual. Storage module, that's pretty easy to make, we should make one. We can probably make that as well. I don't remember how many bits we got for that. Seamoth solar charger, I didn't remember that being a thing. That seems right. I think we only have 4 slots though, don't we? So we can't do everything. But yeah, we definitely want the hull reinforcement because this little collision with Fisk thing that keeps happening is a bit much. I don't enjoy the, oh, suddenly most of your Seamoth is gone thing that can sometimes happen. We can't make the defense system. If it's as good as the defense system in Below Zero, then I probably want to have that because that's effectively invincibility. But we'll see. Not sure about the solar charger. I'll consider it. You must learn about Peiku. Sorry, I don't think there's Peiku in this. The Below Zero game had Titan Holefish, which are creatures very abundantly present in DK's playthrough, so if you want to see those, I should recommend you check that out. Yeah, I think those are the main ones that we want. Modification station, here we go. Do we have the high capacity one? I think that's the one we're currently using, yeah. Yeah, that's the one that we're currently using, so we could upgrade. Oh, we don't have the modification station yet, I don't even need to look at that, never mind. Yeah, I think that's all the things I need to pin and mark and function with right now, which is plenty already, so let's get to it. Let's have some dialogue happening in the meanwhile.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out.
How much lithium was it? 1, 2... 2, okay.
I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR.
That's one computer chip? Yep.
It's a bad option, alright, but
Wiring
so
kit.
are all the others.
2 of these. Copper wires is 4 copper. We also need... Fuck, I forgot what the other ingredients for the computer chip are. Does that need a copper wire? I think it needs one as well. Let's just gamble on that. Want to show off my massive brain for remembering all of these bits and pieces. How much do we need actually? 10 plus... We need exactly 20. How much do we have? That's 6, 12, plus another 6, so we have 18. We would need 2 more. Going through every bin in the game except for the one that actually has titanium. Okay, so let's turn one of these into a bar right away, because that saves us 1,000,000 points of inventory space. Then we need to make a bunch of copper wire, which is in here. I think we need 3. I'm gonna gamble on needing 3 and just making 3. Because I think the computer chip also needs 1. Oh, I can see that while we are in the crafting menu. Very fun. Okay. How inventory look? Inventory look good. We need a little bit more of this shit, which we don't have. So I'll have to swim out and grab some of that in a sec. And by in a sec, I mean right the fuck now, because what else am I gonna do? Is this the thing we need? No, that's coral shell plate, fuck. I think that's the stuff we need for bleach, if I recall correctly. Sure, let's pick up some lead while we're here. I shouldn't get super distracted, I should kind of focus on what I was doing. It's very easy to just be on your way, see something, immediately go, oh yeah, right, I want to do that, and then forget about what you're initially doing, and then eventually you're 8 layers deep in things that you wanted to do and none of them got accomplished. Right, random idiot. It's a bit of a rude name to make me say, but if that's when you want to be referred to as, then I will oblige. Or idiot, sorry, I can't read. You got me. That is possibly the point. Right, table coral. Can't be that far. Alas, it is true. Your name has worked as intended, I presume. Let's grab some more so I don't have to come back here. Wait, come on. Who needs water? Yoink. Yeah, I wasn't gonna accuse you, Art. I think you wouldn't have gone with idiot, you would have gone with some variety of Nigel. Maybe flat cap, something like that. You would have given yourself away right off the bat. Alright, let's see. We need 2 of these. And we need the 4 diamonds, 2 glass, and I think that's everything. We have glass and this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need 4 diamonds, and we exactly don't have enough room for that. I picked up some lead among other things. Let's put that away. Okay, now we have exactly enough room. Do I have 4 diamonds? That's the wrong bin, fuck's sake. We have 3! Oh no. It's the hull reinforcement. I want that, so we stop getting bonked by stupid Fisk. Well, we'll just have to get that later then. Put this away. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a very daring guess of you to suggest that this might not be my first playthrough. Yeah, I've completed this, I think, twice. I've not completed it a 3rd time as well, but I think I've done 2 full playthroughs. Sure, let's put you here. Might eventually move this around because we do also need a power charging station, power cell station at some point, but oh well. I probably want to make some more batteries in general, just to have some sitting here, so we can switch on the fly whenever we need more. Oh yeah, glass. I love these pinned recipes. Very good upgrade from the base game. That does sound pretty intense. Very fun. I tried hardcore for a bit, and then I just kind of got a little bit lazy and drowned after like 2 or so hours. Like, in a completely not dangerous situation, I just was not caring enough, basically, and drowned, and ever since I was like, yeah, you know, I probably am not the right person for hardcore in this game. Where do you place this again? I guess we'll place it over here. Sure, that seems good enough. I don't think staying alive in general, like in the base game, is particularly hard, so I don't think it's that... oh yeah, right, we can tinker with it now. Neat. Let's check that one in a sec. But yeah, I think the difficulty is not particularly high overall, but it's very easy to just turn your brain off and accidentally die on some bullshit. And I am too easily distracted and too lazy to constantly pay attention. So I don't think I'm gonna be... Oh, these are common modules for all of these things, that's neat. But yeah, I'm too brainless when I play a game like this for hardcore, I think. Gosh, that is now 300 meters, very good. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Alright, let's give you a good name. Alright guys, we need a good name for a sea moth. Let me, I need help. How are we naming the sea moth? We should have a lot of experience with Fisk names, shouldn't we, from the DK Anno streams? Cube Mobile, Lil Jeeves. Yeah, we'll stick with black on that one. Let's go with maybe a hint of blue. Which stripes? Oh, these stripes, I see. Maybe something like this. Alright, we have Small Chunk, Cube Mobile, Lil Jeeves. If I was DK, I would find a way to combine all of these into one name. Yeah, that is another reason why hardcore might not be ideal for this sort of game. It does have its odd amount of bugs and shit. I think you named the wrong thing Prawn Hub. You should probably name your Cyclops Prawn Hub and then park your prawn suit inside of it. Like, the prawn itself can't be a prawn hub, can it? But the Cyclops can. So, good idea, just on the wrong thing, I think. Like, have the Cyclops dispense prawns become prawn hub. Oops. Look, we can't fit all of these together. I was gonna go small little cube chunk or something, but it doesn't fit. Mr. Fister, very good. Alright, Doug? There's plenty of things I don't know. Doug, we need a name for this sea moth. We have suggestions of Small Chunk, Cube Mobile, Lil Jeeves. I don't know where Lil Jeeves is from, honestly. And I can't make up my mind. Let's go with Weefin. It's tiny and good goes. Swim. Let's unpin all these recipes. The small part is apparently the thing we all agree on when we want to name the sea moth. Since everyone had their small thing in the name. Oh, so is it big Jeeves and small Jeeves in your case? Also, something just clipped through the wall here. It's very normal. Extra normal, one might say. Oh, unpin all. They even have a button for that. Jesus Christ, this game's so good now. Right, so what are we doing next? I guess we'll stash all of this. We click on this briefly.
This is an automated distress signal from Live Pod 12. Coordinates attack. Warning, Live Pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Submersible support is my middle name, so clearly we can go sort that out. Okay, we need at least one more diamond so we can make the hull reinforcement. I kind of want to make that as soon as possible, because having all these small fish and my sea moth is getting very irritating. And finding a way of managing that would be pretty fun. It would be helpful, getting that sorted out as quickly as possible, so let's try and do that. I'm gonna... I want to charge a second battery while I'm waiting here. Do we have anything lying around that we could unplug and charge in the meanwhile? Where's my flashlight? Oh, it's already empty. Do you have a battery in you? You do. Let's go and get rid of this as well. Toss in the batteries here. There you go. I kinda want a bin in this room somewhere. Maybe over here for just like batteries and equipment and stuff. Let's make one while we're at it. I'm gonna need to put a battery into that then. So I said this earlier, I slept incredibly poorly today, like around 3 to 4 hours, so you should probably expect a lot of me just stumbling through my base, not really getting anything done as I keep getting lost between, oh yeah, I want to do this, and then, oh no, this comes up, and now I want to do this, and that comes up, and then I open the menu, and then I open the inventory, and then I open another menu, and then we go to the locker, and we figure out which recipe we wanted, and then, oh no, wait, that's not the right recipe, and then we go on, just doing this for hours on end. So, yeah. That's probably what the stream's gonna look like for the most part. Just to give you a heads up. Right, so, these charge reasonably fast. Let's toss the habitat builder and the flashlight in here. I want to keep one beacon on me in case we find something that I want to mark. Let's grab the repair... Oh, we have the repair tool on. Let's do this, I guess. Let's put this into the equipment bin as well, maybe with the extinguisher. I haven't figured out what I want to do next just yet. Let's cook this peeper and have some nibbles. I think afterwards we'll go to the Aurora, maybe. So how's Blighttown treating you, Miyoko? Having the classic fun Blighttown experience that everyone expects. I don't think we need the air bladder. It says it provides 15 seconds of oxygen, but it gave 10 points when we tried it. Maybe 10 points are 15 seconds. I don't think this is 1-to-1 necessarily. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out as we go. Let's put the knife over here. I don't know why I want to have it on that slot. It's not like we need that at a moment's notice. Oh, the hollowed tree. The worst place in the game. Very good. Easiest way to just slip and die, because, as you say, the collision in that place is complete garbage. Definitely a place to avoid. I don't think we need that many supplies when we go to the Aurora, because if I recall correctly, it's basically chock full of nutrient bars and bottled water for us to take, even some batteries and stuff, so I don't think we need to be over-prepared necessarily. Should grab some of these mushrooms and store them inside, because we're out of them at home, so we'd have to jump out and gather more. Kinda can't be arsed to grab that right now. I don't want to go back to my storage. Just want one more bladderfish so we can have some drink. So if you're still here, random, what does the death mod, what you call that? Death run mod, what does that even do? I assume it makes your bars stick up more quickly, so you have to manage them more carefully and things just do more damage? Or does it also, like, add more enemies everywhere? How does it increase the difficulty? Because the actual survival elements are usually pretty easy to manage once you're past the early game. Or to an extent even in the early game. So I'm wondering what that would look like for a game like Subnautica. We have a climbing animation for this ladder. Why don't we have one for the other ladders? I don't know. That always struck me as weird. Right, water. I'll have some of this. See what I did there? I had a drink in real life while I made some water. It's not only efficient, it's also very funny. Right, I guess off we go. I have my radiation suit on, we have the repair tool, we have the laser cutter. A little bit low on healing, maybe I should grab more. I think the crabs do actually whittle you down quite a bit over time. But I think other than that we're good. Oh, is there coincidentally a fully grown marble melon for us to ingest? Absolutely. Alright, oh, nice. We found one that immediately dies. Okay, so we can continue just doing that. Instead of having to pick up the whole thing and reseed it. Just grab what we need and then hopefully never have to seed things again. This is a lot more purple than I expected, and then we hit the water and suddenly everything is blue. Weird how that works. That is a pretty far away life pod. Pretty deep as well. We could do that or we go to the Aurora. Fuck it, I packed for the Aurora, or I expected to go to the Aurora at least, so let's go and do that now. Should be this-ish direction, maybe a little bit more to the left. Let's have a quick look. I am completely off. Good thing I checked. There we go. This is the way. It's my floodlights, isn't it? Yeah. Saiyan sharks. Alright, we had we had a brief trip to this mushroom biome before, and we didn't see any Satan. I assume that this is not the place that has Satan then, because it's directly on the way to the main entrance of the Aurora, and I don't remember getting gribbled much while on my way to the Aurora, so I'm assuming that this is safe. Now, that's usually the easiest way of getting done in, is thinking you're safe. There is one Reaper Leviathan that likes to hang out towards the tail end of the Aurora, if I recall correctly. Or like towards the side of the Aurora. But usually if you stay somewhat away from the actual end of it, you should be good. That being said, anytime we're in this sandy biome, I always automatically tense up and expect the worst to strike. Alright, leaving my ship back here so I can go in here.
In this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Oh, there's one. It's super hard to see on the water. I'm assuming you guys can't see it at all when I spot it in the distance there. Like, very vaguely saw the snake shape of Satan. Yeah, there it is. A bit more visible there. I think we could make it in here though without too much trouble. Funnily enough, my first encounter with a snake Satan was also near the Aurora, although it was at the tail end of the Aurora rather than the front end. I was just checking out the engines basically, and then I got attacked by Satan. And I fled in absolute panic. And was very afraid to go back for the foreseeable future. So this is one of the entrances. I think you need the propulsion cannon to get in here. However, I didn't bring the fire extinguisher. No, I did. Okay, good. Very good. Let's maybe put that over... Isn't there a way to climb up as well? Yeah, over here, I think. But yeah, there's multiple ways in here. You don't need the propulsion cannon. It is useful for unblocking some roads, I think. But I don't think anything is properly locked off by the propulsion cannon.
Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
Well, everything is conducted at my own risk, isn't it? PDA, so it's not exactly helpful information, is it? Right, so the game very generously provides you with food and water over this trip. There's just plenty around if you keep searching. I usually end up with more junk that I can carry by the end of this.
Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
They eat people, oh no. Where go in? I don't think I needed to do any jumping or anything like that. Oh, I think we just go along here. There we go, that looks good. Thumping of my foot's creating a bit of a beat, very fun. There's a fire extinguisher in case I didn't bring one, never mind. I mean, those hardly count as crabs, do they? I don't know. Okay, PDA.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know...
Sassiest lady.
Fault, but it would really help me
Ron.
do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
New
Entering
blueprint
hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power. Unable to...
I'm waiting for the dialogue to end
Black box data.
before asking next. Alright, let's grab this as well then. Notes to self, so here we are, finally in open space. We crossed the galaxy to install a phase gate, to send ships to mine resources, to build more expensive ships, to install fancier phase gates. Are we trying to exhaust the galaxy or just ourselves? Cargo bay code 1454. I'm sure we'll remember that. Data downloads.
New PDA data.
Bunch of fluff. So I'm not gonna read out all the flavor text. There's a bunch of data PDAs here that have just text logs. I'm not gonna read those out. We'll listen to the voice logs, but not listen to the, or not read out the text ones, I don't think. Nothing in here? Nope. I perform self-scan. Pass the time.
Complete. Foreign bacteria counters reached statistically significant levels. No adverse effects detected. Be vigilant for symptoms.
I thought we could just climb over those. Probably jump on it from here, maybe? This looks more like environmental fire rather than I can put this out level of fire. Here we go. Good thing we brought some extra health. Yoink. More batteries. 1454. I swear I clicked that correctly. Don't lie to me. One. Okay. 1454. Uh-huh. If I fire. Currently winning. Lift myself via box that opens. Physics be damned. I'm gonna be exhausting this extinguisher pretty quickly, I think. Given that it's already most of the way out. PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
More nutrient bits. Huh. Huh. Oh, something was scannable. Floodlight, sure, I'll take it. What, no dramatic music sting for learning how to make a floodlight? Never mind.
New blueprint acquired.
I think first it popped up the message of, hey, this is what a floodlight is, and then it remembered, oh yeah, right, you got the blueprint for it as well. I should stop jump. Wait. That didn't heal me at all. I just... Oh, I dropped it, oops. I think I may have dropped the other one as well. I right-clicked to use it instead of left-click to use it, because the game has weird buttons. Oops, oh I'm sure that's fine. think there's some nibbly fisk in this water, so I might want to get my knife out. Let's do this. Yep, I right-clicked it again to eat. Oh well. How bad is this to eat now? It's still great. It's funny how in most games, jumping into the water like this will be like, oh no, I don't want to have a swimming section. Whereas in Subnautica it's like, oh yeah, fuck, we're finally back on the water. You can feel normal again. For some reason I read that as Simothy Bay, don't ask me. I might be insane. Right, let's do one of these. Eat 80% of my battery just opening one door. Very bright. Not nearly as bright as it's supposed to be, I think, but still.
Integrating new PDA data.
Seems just like lore. I feel so fast in the water compared to just running around normally.
Integrating new PDA data.
Cabin number 1, code is 1869. Nice. Some water in here. I'll end up wasting a lot of these resources that we're picking up. Like, I'll probably just be eating a lot of the nutrient blocks even though we're full, and drinking a lot of the water just to make room later on. Get some air. Prawn Bay. Yep. That is very likely. So where does this lead again? Drive room and Seamouth Bay. Let's go here first because we do need to repair the bins.
The drive core shielding sustained internal damage during collision. Do not attempt repair without appropriate qualifications.
Don't you worry, I'm an engineer. It means I create problems for enemy scouts and pyros. Cyclops efficiency module. Yoink, this is me.
Local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Reach. Yeah, the classic drinking problem. Alright, repair tool. Let's go. So this is how you do nuclear generator repairs. You just repair tool.
Further breaches detected.
If I recall correctly, this takes away the radiation from
Further breaches detected.
pretty much the entire game, so you can start using the rebreather afterwards. I'm just gonna make oxygen a little bit less of a problem.
Further breaches detected.
I should do these pillar by pillar, it's very easy to miss something. Also very obvious that they just slapped this little doodad on the side of it without
Containment.
considering the texture behind it.
Further breaches detected.
At least they spark, so you know where to look.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Good thing the repair tool doesn't eat nearly as much power as the laser cutter.
Further breaches detected.
I guess if you imagine a laser cutter, you would imagine a tool that does actually drain a reasonable amount of power. But, still feels like it goes a bit fast.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Piece of...
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
You just grabbed me from as far away. Fucking Dark Souls 2 ass hitbox. Not that it matters in the slightest, but alas.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
I wonder if we are gonna repair a breach here and then detect further breaches.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
God, I'm so smart. Right, where's the last Uno? Oh, I think over here maybe? No, that's a bit too many sparks for a small breach for me to repair. I was probably looking directly at it. Oh, here it is. Thank you, teleporty ladder of instantly upstairs. Could do some of those in Hunt Showdown. We have done the thing.
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Ow. Don't burn me, Frodo. Huh? Anything in here? Nope, this looks empty. Alrighty then. Well, at least I'd have to block the ladders that way then. As is, a ladder is just a death sentence. Like, climbing up a ladder while there's a guy waiting there means you are stuck in an animation and get guaranteed fucked. And similarly, if they do place traps there, you would still have to eat them just like you described, as they currently work, so regardless, it's pretty shite. So fun fact about me first visiting the Aurora. When I went here, I was like, oh, drive room, Seamoth Bay, okay, or I go this way. Oh yeah, I can go this way, let's go that way first. And then I went that way, and I completely ignored the drive core at first, and had to come back later to repair it, even though I basically explored the entire rest of the Aurora, just by pretty much missing this little branch here, because I saw two optional paths that I both chose to use first. So, that was pretty funny. Thankfully this time I'm in the know, so we can just repair this while we're here on the first visit. PR sweet log, right.
Integrating new PDA data.
Spawning players on beach. Alright. Grab the depth module. Was that a Mark II or a Mark I? Probably a Mark I, and we just wasted that from earlier. Curse you, little bleeder fisk. Little leech. If I swim right by one of those repairable doors, then please yell at me. I think they are the most, or the least visually distinct, the easiest to miss. Like, this was not sparking or anything. I just spotted it from a distance and was like, oh yeah, I can probably repair that, right? But it's very easy to just not notice. So if I miss something, feel free to yell at me. I was starting to watch Soviet Wombles Outer Wilds playthrough the other day, and first of all, it's a really good playthrough. I'm really enjoying that one. If anyone is in dire need of a blind playthrough of Outer Wilds to watch, I would heavily recommend that one. The man's very observant, very immersed in the game, takes it pretty seriously, does, like, overall enjoys it to the fullest, I would say, is my favorite that I've seen so far. But regardless of that, he makes an interesting connection that I didn't really make myself, when he considers the Harthians a little bit like the Mudokons from Oddworld, except that their world is not complete garbage with, like, slavery and bullshit, but rather their, like, vibe, the sort of happy-go-lucky, kinda dumb, but also, like, pretty good-natured sort of thing that they've got going. He basically gets, like, very heavy Mudokon vibes from the... or just Oddworld vibes from the game in general, and that never really clicked with me, but... or, like, I never made that connection myself, but upon him talking about it and mentioning it, I was like, oh yeah, right, that actually makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So that was kind of neat. Also, I think Little Big Planet, maybe, although I'm not entirely sure, because I've not played that one, so I might have the title wrong. But yeah, he basically made some connections that I had not made myself, and I was like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty true. Surprised I didn't notice that. So yeah, overall, just a really cool playthrough. Would recommend. Although, of course, if you haven't played the game yourself, you should absolutely just instead play it yourself, because goddamn. One of the, if not the best game of all time. My favorite, at least. And you will absolutely ruin it for yourself if you watch a playthrough.
Originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Ronsuit. Is there any more owl? I mean, there's plenty more owl, but more things for me to grab. Probably are things for me to grab somewhere. Seems like I can't go through here. Being invisible walled a bit. There's a fire extinguisher. I guess we drop our current one and pick up the new one, because ours is nearly done, and this one will be full. Because that's how that works. Having to do maintenance work and shit on this sort of place must be a nightmare. I guess you're not meant to be going through this or swimming through this very much, but still. Isn't this what the black box is? Yeah, it is. Yoink.
Integrating new PDA data.
Slingshot maneuver around 45-46B. High velocity energy pulse detected on planet surface. Emergency distress signal sent to Altera. Listening. Buoy. Buoy? I think buoy, right? Via long-range comm relay. Impact detected. Lifeboat base on starboard side compromised. Outgoing communications compromised. Emergency evacuation initiated. Manual piloting transferred to Captain Hollister. Lifeboats 1 to 25 launched successfully. Entering planetary atmosphere. Massive impact registered. Drive core shield compromised. Emergency bounce backs received from 8 lifeboats on planet surface. Human lifestyles detected over long range at T plus 8 hours. 1, so that's us. Personnel unaccounted for. Non-essential systems maintenance chief Riley Robinson. Altera HQ rescue solution received at T plus 8 hours to high priority terminal in captain's quarters. Monitoring equipment failed at T plus 13 hours. So we are definitely the only live signal. Not a good sign. Yeah. I think we don't need to waste our time and energy opening that. I think we can just go around the other side now. I think the path we took is the cheeky I explore well path. So if we go back to the room that we just came from, we should eventually find that door to cut open. I could also be entirely wrong and then we'll have to backtrack, but I seem to remember there being multiple ways of sorting this room. Let's continue scanning some prawn. Not sure you actually get to use the bathroom in an umbrella facility. I think you're just expected to die instead. Seems like the more likely outcome of being stationed there. Or working there. Let's put the fire extinguisher back on, maybe over the knife for now. No clue which is the intended path of getting up here. Probably on this side, this rubble looks a little bit more climbable, but hey, we can just use the railings. Living quarters, that's a lie. I don't think there's people alive in here. Yoink. Oh boy, water. And neutron bits, sure, why not? I don't know how you call them bits, they're a bit big for bits, but alas. You can't stop me, so I'll keep saying it. Except that I'll now stop saying it, because now I think that is a bit awkward of me to continue. But a laugh track would actually be a pretty funny like sound to play, I think. Streamer says something exceptionally dumb. Enjoy laugh track right away. Today, today's menu.
Integrating new PDA.
I'm not reading that. Oop, we're scanning. Wall shelf. Sure, why not?
New blueprint.
Vending machine, sure. It's exactly what we need.
New blueprint acquired.
Local man hammers mouse against keyboard. Totally normal gameplay. It's locked. I don't know why I'm extinguishing this. Just can't help myself but fight fires. It's just in my nature. Cabine 1. What was it? 1869? Fuck you. Look at this brain on this cube. Having the memory. Come the fuck on. Oh boy, a double bed. Basic double bed. I mean, this doesn't look that basic to me. I'd take this sort of bed, but alas. Maybe I'm just basic.
Blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, cool. Right, so I think we can pick up this carryall. I don't think it's actually useful for anything, but I can pick it up, so I will. How big this? Exactly this big. I might end up dropping some of the titanium here. We can get titanium literally everywhere, so not really much of a point to grab it right here when we're limited in space. In space.
New blueprint acquired.
That's the good water, right? Let's get rid of some of the bad water and get the good water. A blue cap, we must have those. Must get all the fashion and vanity items, it is mandatory. Resources, we can get those anywhere. Fashion items, random posters that I don't love very much. Gotta get those. They're unique and special. Gotta hoard them all. Okay, we only need one carryall though. I was gonna say, this one doesn't say open, but it's on the side, so the hotspot was in a different spot. Hold on. We already have that one. Oh well, now we have it twice. My throat is hurting a lot while I'm speaking right now. Hope that doesn't become an issue. Let me have a drink. Right. We continue. Needle by here, no problem. So this is the one that we can't open. We're gonna get the key for the captain's quarters sent to us later. Maybe even right now if we go back, but we'll have to backtrack here. This is where we get the blueprint for the rocket with which we can leave the planet once we're done with the game. But for now, we can't get in there. Another PDA.
Listen, I know I don't have the right to make demands of you, but I need you to understand that I want to change our arrangement.
So needy.
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to respect it. How would you like to change it?
I would like to reduce our contact hours
How much further can we do that?
to 0.
You're dumping me.
I'm changing the terms of our relationship.
How is it still a relationship if we don't see each other?
It's a relationship of a kind. You have so many expectations.
I feel you just want to spend more time with that dumb guy in his dumb robot suit.
That's not a feeling. It's a judgment. And I feel hostility in what you're saying. Perhaps your jealousy is a sign that you need to take another look at your business model. Why can't you just be happy for me?
I am happy for you, and I'm happy for all the guys in the prawn bay. I'm just not happy for me.
This is why I want to change our arrangement.
King Absolute creature. Although, I mean, you gotta go for the guy with the prawn suit. It's almost mandatory. Like, how cool is the prawn suit? You just have no chance against that. Cabin 6. More water. No, thank you. Another battery. First aid kit here. You can get an infinite amount of these. I don't think I need to pick that up. I kind of want to grab the battery though over here. Let's see, what do we do? I kind of want to keep the water because that way we don't need to get any more of the good water anytime soon. I think we're a little bit overstocked on first aid kits. Let me just drop one. Seems to be it. I'm surprised none of these duffel bags actually have anything in them. I think once we're done extinguishing this, I'll drop the fire extinguisher here. I wonder if you can make fire extinguishers in this. I don't think I ever have. Don't know if that's because you can't or because you just don't need to. Okay, this is just permanently blocked, I say. Okay, I think we might be done then. I guess you need a fire extinguisher on board the Cyclops if you get gribbled. So maybe we'll just keep this one. Sure, let's just keep this one. But yeah, I think that's it for the Aurora. So we got the recipe for the prawn suit, we got a bunch of random stuff. A lot of items, a bit new tech. We've defeated the threat of radiation. We have not found that laser cutter door again, so I guess I'll go back in there and try to figure that out. I thought that just led back to where we came from, but alas, apparently I was wrong. Now to figure out which direction that even was. This is the side with the invisible wall, and then we went over here, and I think this is correct. Somewhere through here. We go down here. We cut laserly. Cut right through the control panel, no problem. I guess that might actually be a weak spot of a door. Probably not the most reinforced bit. Oh, we need a key code to get in here. Do we know what room this is? There's no label on it. I don't think we found any other key codes. Hello, detail, lodding away as we get closer rather than vice versa. That was a bit unusual. Okay, probably leads to the same room. We had 1454, let's try that one again, just in case. This wobbling is not helping with the already inaccurate keypad. Okay, so that's not it, and it's probably not the other door as well, so we need to find this one still. The other one was specifically a cabin door. A cabin keycode thingy door word thing. Huh. Oh. Maybe we'll come across that later. Maybe it's right out here. Who knows? Probably someone, but that someone is not me. No, I think that's a chicken, isn't it? Oop, off you go. We can get another battery instead. We can't leave this way. This is where we would have needed the propulsion cannon to get in. Let me just do this. Let's quickly restock on batteries by taking all of our half-used ones or fully used ones, and let's leave just the worst behind and grab a fresh one right here. I think we're gonna be good on batteries for the foreseeable future. Actually, they're kind of awkward to make. I kind of want this over a single bottle of water. So let's leave no battery behind. It's kind of like with dwarves, except it's battery. Let me quickly skim Aurora Survivors, Alien Data, Aurora Survivors, Codes and Clues. It's the life pod thing, this is the cargo bay code. Yeah, I think we just don't know the code for this one. I also don't know where we are. Like which room this would— oh, there's a PDA right here. Lab access. I wonder if that's the code that we need. 6483. Well, I guess we'll just have to come back here at some point to figure out the code. What did I say? 6483? That's not a 6. Yep, both of those lead to the same room. Very good. We have...
corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
Okay, we already had that multiple times.
Integrating new PDA data.
What can we learn from the hive mind? Probably not much. Disinfected water. More water. Microscope, sample analyzer. Oh, these are decorative items, a lot of them. Sample flask. Part of me wants all of these, but I probably shouldn't. I'd have to get rid of most of my water, I reckon. Are these one size? No, these are bigger. Yeah, all of these are bigger as well, so let's just, I don't know, let's just leave them behind for now. We can get them later if we want to decorate our room with that. The fact that they are big items as well is just kind of a pain. We might come back here once we have the... Or we will need to come back here anyway to get the cabin's keys, the captain's code thingy. And at that point, we will likely have the repulsion cannon, at which point accessing this room is going to be much quicker and easier, so it's not a big deal. Right, let's perform leave. And this is the part where on the way out we get gribbled by Reaper Leviathan, and we'll have to do this thing all over again. Speaking of which, let's hit a solid land and click on save, because I haven't done that all day. No, wait, this is water cannon. I guess that was just a very big little sparky bit of rubble that came down. I think this was the way. Now to climb back over this fucking rubble that almost got us stuck earlier. I have an inventory space, might as well. Okay, this getting out here is much easier than getting in here. NVM. Alright. I feel like the implication of the game was to make us use the repulsion cannon in here, just to get around. But we kind of managed to bypass that entirely. Not sure if that's supposed to be mandatory and I just happen to always take a path that avoids that or something, but I don't know. Anyway, we can probably just jump right into the water from here somewhere. Directly into the Reaper Leviathan. Thankfully not. At least not today. Well then. Oh yeah, just go into the ground, why don't you? That is very reasonable. I agree. Extra normal. You know, let's leave first. Have the guy maybe fuck off for a moment before we grab the sea moth. If he comes out of the ground there in a second and eats me, I'll be I'll be very unimpressed.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, I think we might be able to make it out. They usually don't come out this far over here, so we should be fine-ish. Bunch of stuff on the ground. We don't really have the capacity to do anything with that. Technically, I could slap this inventory upgrade that we found into the sea moth, and then we have some more storage room, and I can toss some items in there and then get some resources on our way out, but really not worth the hassle in my opinion. Let's just go home, dock, store all of our stuff. Bonk. Not even all that far, all things considered. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Taiwan. Right, let's do the most important thing first. Let's grab all these posters and slap them down absolutely everywhere. Very important. Then we'll make the prawn poster hang out over here somewhere. Shame that it's barely too big to be hung up in those spots. That would make more sense. Guess we'll slap you right here. And this one right here. This just highlights how off-center that random junk storage locker is yet, but we'll fix that at some point. And you for now go over here. Prawn suit. Very prawn, very suit. Alright, I'm gonna quickly give it a save, and then we go back to main menu, and then I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and I'll go to main menu, so you have some fun tunes to listen to, so BRB. Alright, sorry about that. Had to go rescue a litter of kittens out of a burning building. But back to Subnautica. We okay again? Not sure that's the tooltip you want me to display right now, but I'll take it. Yeah, apparently that was a very important message. Anyway, let's listen to the radio.
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Man is very matter of fact.
Interrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
So, what we can now do with the battery chargers, we just always have a couple of batteries in there to replenish while we are out in the boat. Put all of this stuff in here for now. Actually, let's put these into the sort of junk box that we have on the entrance. It sounded very close. I wonder if there's one right above me right now. One of the, whatchamacallits? Reefback Leviathans. Okay, that was a Mark 1 Seamoth Death module. I don't know if you need that for anything else, like if we need that to make the Mark 2. Although that wouldn't really change anything. Okay, so prawn suit needs aerogel. To get aerogel, we need these jelly things that we found earlier, the gel sacks, which we are growing at home. So those are not the issue, but we also need the polyaniline, if I recall correctly. Or at least the acid mushrooms, something like that. Or is that maybe just rubies with these? I don't remember. It's not listed here, so we definitely don't have what we need to make it yet. But we are not super far away from being able to make the prawn suit. Repulsion cannon. Oh, it needs a propulsion cannon first, I see. Well, we make this at the modification station, which we still haven't fully unlocked, so that's not a thing. Propulsion cannon we can make, it's pretty easy. I'm surprised we haven't found a second light stick yet to get that done. Well, polyaniline is apparently made by combining gold with hydrochloric acid, so make of that as you will. And hydrochloric acid, by the way, is 3 deep shrooms with some salt, so... And you know, flavor comes from the weirdest of places. I'm sure it's good for you anyway. Maybe you're just microdosing something very toxic and slowly but surely becoming invincible. Anything else new and interesting here? Floodlight, sure. Kinda wanna make one of those at some point. We're gonna need a shit ton of glass eventually. Because we're still very short on all of the fancy items. Well, I'd have to get into the mammalian stomach first, which I'm not sure I wanna do. Right, well then. Hey, you're finally done making power with what we had there. Let me slap my knife on my hotbar, and we can grab some of these. There we go. We only need to successfully hit one of these, and then we get 3 melons that we can just toss in here, and not really have to worry. Actually, for power, it's probably easiest to just do this. But we can also just grab these, and then nom 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 away. Like so, and suddenly we're back to health. Huh. Interesting. I hadn't really heard of that. But I'm also not exactly well familiar with those sort of scientific names for things usually. I might coincidentally stumble across some and know them as a result, but generally speaking, not my strong suit. Right, let's stash our food and water in here for now. Maybe some health as well. Power salts go here as well, alongside the batteries. Fire extinguisher, sure, why not? Right, we don't need the radiation helmet anymore, so we can slap the rebreather in here. It's a good start. Right, Spectre, please. Welcome back. Good morning, whichever may be appropriate. We just finished exploring the Aurora, so we have a lot of new things. Although none of them seem super important to make right now, so let's just go back to the usual, I suppose. Sea Glide goes here. I should eventually get rid of the Sea Glide from my inventory just because it has such a large amount of inventory space that it takes up. But today is not that day. Well, I have 1 bottle of water on me, that should be good enough. We can eat exactly 1 nutrient block and not have to eat for quite a while now, so it's good. It's another inventory space taken care of. Yeah, I think we're just good to go, basically. So let's start taking off some of these. Where does the storage go? Is it on the other side? I think it is. Yeah, here it is. How much do we have? It's reasonable with 2 modules. Could be better, could be worse. Right, let's take off some of these other locations for these
All systems online.
survival pod things. Escape pods, as they're called. Sunk to the ocean bed over here, 250 meters. That is by the floating island, basically, isn't it? Or no, that's by the gun island. Oh, isn't that the big open area with the floating rocks where there's a shit ton of those, like, not quite sharks, but pretty much sharks? I think that's where that is. I'm sure that will be fine. We did get some medium close encounters with some Reaper Leviathan earlier, but surely we'll be fine. Surely nothing weird will occur. There's a wreck right there. Spooky high frequencies. I was completely off, that's not the area that I thought this was in. Bonk. You guys make weird noises. Anyway, I leave. Don't kill me, MPO. Mate, I just want to scan you. There we go. 7. I think there were some enemies or some creatures that were like, oh boy. I'm surprised that didn't damage me. But yeah, I think there are some creatures that respond to light, maybe? So that's why I'm not turning on my... or not hopping into my Sea Glide and turning on the light. Grab some bulb bush, or scan it at least. Grabbing is probably what we'll do once we need it.
Detecting volcanic activity and several unusual electromagnetic signatures in the region. Exercise caution when diving deeper.
Sure. I will try to exercise as much caution as I can. Just not that much. Scanner room fragment, that's not exactly important. I feel very unsafe. Probably the intended effect of this area. Look at the 2 Satans fighting. Just gonna hang out over here. Grab this data pad. Acquire fucking nothing because we already had this. Get some fresh air. Wow, that is a lot of ow on my Seamoth. Let's undo that. So how does one enter the wreck? Thought there was a ruby, but it's just some glowing shit on the ground. Hey, some shale. Yoink. Gold is not what I desperately need. Spotted dock leaf. Creature egg. Can't be ours. Hey, diamond. We can now make the hull upgrade for the Seamoth. More diamond is more better. Haven't scanned any of these yet, have we? Oh, no, these are IIs. We've already found these. It's probably gonna get very hot very quickly. Does this vent out somehow? No. let's try to get back out of here. Pop into the Seamoth. Get our air back. Guess an airbag has extra uses underwater.
30 seconds.
Nope, you're wrong, game. No 30 seconds, 135 seconds. Goddamn, learn to count. It says it right there. Oh, what? What am I scanning? There's something to scan here. Oh, is it just a Fisk? Spawner shark, here we go, that's what they're called. Peacefully coexist with predators, as normal. Keep scanning the environment for possible Reaper Leviathans. Or just anything, really, that I might not be predicting. I don't mind having to spontaneously evacuate, but I'd like to see death coming rather than be gribbled out of nowhere in the deep darkness. Reacquire air. So how does one enter? There must be a way in here. Let's try from this side. Is that a fragment? That is modification station, very good. We found an entry hole. Hole that a man could enter. What are we scanning? Chic plant pot. Sure, why not?
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, there it is. You already have that recipe. Thank you, camera, for snapping into a completely different direction upon button press. Definitely not gonna get disorienting. I'm gonna be very paranoid and quickly get some more air. I think the easiest way of getting done in... Oh, something bonked my ship, didn't it? This looks pretty gribbled. I think the easiest way of getting done in this game is to accidentally get lost in one of these shipwrecks and just not find your way back out. There can be so many little corners and turns and shit that it's sometimes very easy to lose your bearing. Okay, so let's stick with this direction for now. We opened this downstairs hatch. Can laser cut that in a second. Stasis rifle, sure. I don't have my air bladder. If they do manage to bin my Seamoth while I'm exploring, then I will be in a large amount of trouble. Alright, let's start cutting some bullshit here. Thinking of sharks, oh boy. What the fuck? That was pretty creepy. Saw a picture of a shark photograph from the very front. It looked super dumb. I'd rather think of that while dealing with sharks right now. Like the whole heavy underbite Steven sort of vibe from that picture. It's very funny. Watch this. Cyclops sonar upgrade.
New blueprint acquired.
EDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Might read later, probably not. Kinda busy right now.
New blueprint acquired.
I'm genuinely surprised that this is the sort of game that doesn't pause while you're interacting with things. Because, or while you're reading your PDA stuff, because the game very often here does... It said click to open door, didn't it? Like there's a hotspot here somewhere that I'm not finding. I swear it said that a second ago. Well, let's leave first and get some air back. Goes up and then through here. Yep, and then out on the other side. Completely ungribbled, very good. Let me undo that immediately. Adding my own little dents to the device. Oh, while we have the storage modules installed, let's quickly actually take advantage. Storing some of our bullshit in here. Something farts in my general direction. Thump my nose at the I don't know how that works, but whatever. We open door here. Okay, let's see if we can find that hotspot. This looks like one of these doors that you can interact with, but it didn't let me. I swear I saw the prompt a second ago here. But I just can't find the right spot. If this is a door that I'm supposed to be able to open, then... Oh! Sealed door, click to access. Oh, it's this... Oh, the fucking bit of this door says sealed door that you can cut open to access. Very good. Okay, you got me, game. Right, time to explore the very dangerous little hatch. Jesus Christ, imagine being able to orient yourself. Let's not bother scanning the old things right now, I'm kind of under time pressure.
New blueprint acquired.
I don't even know which hole we just came out of. Apparently not this one.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I think we're fucked. I legitimately have no idea which hole we came out of. Like where the hole is that we just hopped out of. Huh. Is it over here? No. Oh, here. Gonna be a bit too late, I reckon. Wrong direction, this way, Seamoth is below. Nope, never mind. Oh, that's a shame. Almost still made them. Yeah, like I said, that's generally the easiest way to accidentally die, is to just get lost in one of these. Especially if it's one of those little crawling vents that you go through, because they are just kinda dark black in a pretty dark black environment. Well, it's not super far to get there, so we should be able to just make that. Come back, get our stuff. I like that it says you lost some belongings. I wish it would tell you what you actually lost, rather than a vague statement like that. Because if you do lose shit, then you probably want to know what you actually just dropped. If it's something important, then you might have to go back and get it again, maybe make something new. But just saying like, oh, you lost some things, TM, and then you have to remember what exactly you had in the inventory is kind of rough. Shut up, mate. You're not scary. Sand sharks just want to play. Funnily enough, with the bladder system, we would have actually survived, because those few seconds of extra air would have been enough. There's a shale, I'll grab that. I do like these electric eels, they look really cool. Well, we're not far from the escape pod, so we should be able to get to that as well. So did you get crippled in the meanwhile? Nope, you look fine and dandy. The moment I say that, though. Okay, so where's my stuff? Thought I just saw something floating around here. Does it go to the ocean floor? In that case, it would have rolled down into this little volcano thing, which would not be ideal. We made it out around here, and we drowned around here. This lithium spawned here naturally. This is just stuff to scan. I must have had some more junk on me than that. What do we have? All of this is new, we just picked all of this up. I don't think we lost any of our tools. So it wouldn't be the worst thing regardless. And we did stash some stuff in the Seamoth on the side. But it said we lost items, and they have to be somewhere, so... Guess we'll just continue having a look for now. Oh yeah, right, these things exist. So I worry that it dropped to the ocean floor and then started just rolling downhill into the volcano thing there. Like our belongings that I just lost. Gold. Little boner shock. Yeah, I can't really see anything else that we might have lost here. There's no way it'd float upwards, right? Not how that usually goes. I guess I should have tried to die inside of the ship instead, so our belongings can't go everywhere. Because at least then everything would be just in the right spot. Stop nibbling my Seamoth. I said stop, not start. Ow. Rude. Every fish in the game gets bonked. So for some reason the sensitivity while you're inside of your Seamoth is like super low. I don't remember it being that bad. Kind of a pain, like even just turning little corners like this, I'm just lifting my mouse 8 times just to do turns like those. So how resistant is this thing to heat? I forgot. Meh, I mean it doesn't look like that goes anywhere anyway. Bonk, 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 bonk. Right, let's have one of these. Have our extra rations. Let's go find those escape pod. Actually, let's have a look in here first. Seems like a good little place to hang out for a bit. Hello there, fancy peeper. Hello there, infected Satan. Over there, that's not far, we can make that. Bonk, 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 bonk. Every fish in the game has to die. It's a shame. Try to stick mostly to the ocean floor, it seems like the safest place to be. Gives the universe one less direction to fuck me from. See no Satan, hear no Satan. Ideally meet no Satan.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. I cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
Man had a lot of confidence in himself until the very end there, where he realized, oh wait, I might actually be in trouble. To be fair to him, even if he had studied medicine, he probably wouldn't have figured out a way to survive. Apparently the Kara has done in the entirety of this other alien species, so what chance does he have? They were like hard advanced and everything. So even a proper doctor would probably just die. Might be going insane, but I keep seeing things at the edge of my vision, which might sound more like I'm going insane than it usually is, because in games, the edge of your FOV often has less distortion and shit going on, like of the visual effects, so you can often see things at the edge of your screen, so there might actually be things, but there's also a pretty good chance that I'm just being paranoid. Yeah, just some manner of alien fuckery, who knows? Bonk. Yeah, this thing lift mouse so much to just do minor turns. Bad time. Right, let's fuck off then. Successfully avoided Satan so far. Let's hopefully continue this trend. I've gotten the recipe for... I don't think it's a sensitivity issue. Actually, that does help a lot. I should have just tried that immediately. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I can just press the TPI increase button thing on my mouse whenever I hop into the Seamoth. I don't know why I didn't try that. I just thought it was mostly intentional for Seamoth, or for vehicles in general, to feel a little bit more sluggish. Because it in turn makes you feel more snappy when you're not in a vehicle. Hello, fellow fish. What is up? Oh, we've been in here, haven't we? This was that one place, which will definitely be a good description. Hey, we've been here last stream. Well, inventory is still pretty empty, so it can probably be good to go for another one. Or at least just have a little bit more of a look around, I reckon. Although I do want to go home and increase the, like, we've got all the materials we need for the Seamoth durability hull upgrade thingy, so we should absolutely make that. I tend to be a bit paranoid about repairing my stuff. Like, I am itching to hop out and repair my Seamoth because we're 23% down. Which is both good and bad. It means that I've pretty much never actually lost one of my ships. Or one of the things I made in this, but at the same time it also means that I have to hop out and repair shit all the fucking time, or at least I have the impulse to do that every time. So with the whole reinforcement thing, if we stop taking as much damage, then maybe that will make me a little bit less ass about that. Right, we need to go to the other side to get to the storage bin. Yoink. All the stuff we put in here. I don't know if we lost anything important. We did get a bunch of shale in there, but not super much. We still seem to have most of it.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former. That only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Very optimistic, man. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Right, so, blueprints. Oh, we also got enough for the modification station. We've unlocked the thermo blade. That's maybe something we want to make eventually. Let's see. What are we dealing with here? Reinforced diving suit, synthetic fibers. Can't make those yet, apparently. Don't know what you need for those. I would like that, though, eventually. Let's see. Where was it? Hull reinforcement, here it is. Beep. Sonar upgrade, not exactly important right now anyway. Power transmitter, yeah, maybe later. Here it is, modification station. Sure, we can do that, that seems fine. Right, let's get to it. We need another diamond. That's rubies. This is diamonds. We need 4 titanium. This is the titanium bin, yes, Brian. Then we need 1 lithium. That's the lithium bin, yes, good. 1 lead, which is right here. And then computer chip is 1 gold, 2 copper, and 2 table coral bins, which I have over here. There we go. I still have some silver in there. Oh well. Doesn't really matter much. Let's also, while we're at it, do this and... Oops, not this. Just quickly replenish all of these slightly used batteries. One, two, three, four. Right, we need a wiring kit made of copper, or a copper wire as they call it. Need a computer chip. And we're good to go. You had my habitat builder. Oh, we can also put new batteries into these now. So much inventory management and item shuffling around. If they really gave you, let's say, 3 more hotbar slots, a lot of this would be heavily alleviated, if not eliminated completely. Just, it is not far off of being usable, but just... I don't know, man. Like, you don't need that many tools in this game. The game isn't that strict about how many things you need to switch between the entire fucking time. But 5 is just slightly too few, I don't know, at least for my playstyle. Okay, so survival knife plus battery. We can do that. Thermal blade. So this thing will automatically cook any wildlife that we cut with it, so we can get food on the fly, which is nice. We have lightweight high capacity tank, which is the normal capacity tank, except it's also going to increase your movement speed very slightly. We can make that in a second. Let's pin this. Unpin this. Ultra glide fins, we can make these as well. Propulsion cannon. Or repulsion cannon, rather. I don't think we need the increased depth module just yet. Or either of these. Fuck it, let's also make a propulsion cannon. Step 1, let's go to the moon pool, which is over here, and make the hull reinforcement thing before I completely forget. Yeah, you just accidentally touch the blade, become cooked. Oh well. Worse ways to die than instantaneous self-cooking, I think. There we go, that should make this a little bit more durable. It also means we can get rid of you. Okay, so, what do we need? We need... Which bins am I looking at these? Okay. Oh, we need magnetite for the repulsion cannon. That's not happening, we don't have that yet. I forgot where you get that as well, but I don't think it was that difficult to get. Just slightly out of reach for now. Need a lot of titanium. We have 8 here. You know, I designated all these bins to be titanium bins, and then we just don't have enough titanium to actually fill them. It's just kind of tragic. So that's 10, that's enough for the plasteel. Then we need uno moto. Then we need 1 lithium for the plasteel, if I recall correctly. Then we need 1 lithium for the fins. And then we need 2 synthetic fibers. We have those, or... what are those called? Silicone something, maybe? Silicone rubber, there we go. Okay. Was I correct? I was not quite correct. Fuck, we need 1 more lithium. Where is lithium? Is here. Plasteel ingot. Then we unequip both of these. And we make both of these. So, if I recall correctly, this has the same capacity of 135. Yep, just is going to make me slightly faster, and then these fins will also make me slightly faster again. Very fine. Look at all these upgrades coming in. Sure. Anything else we need to do with this inventory? We don't really have any, like, survival supplies in here. I guess we'll have some water. Have one of these, just as we go. Grab a first aid kit. I should probably make a first aid dispenser as well. They're not very difficult to make, are they? Fiber mesh. That was from... Actually, these are pretty expensive, huh? Computer chip as well. Computer chips overall, titanium. It's a little bit of everything. I forgot what the fiber mesh was. Creepvine samples. Okay, so we'll have to go and grab that. We pin. Okay, let's see how fast we are now while we're spinning over and grabbing the thing. Need to have the knife equipped. It's pretty reasonably fast. Can still be like a lot faster with the Sea Glide. I might never be able to ditch the Sea Glide, honestly. Wow, we cut that entire thing away, huh? Okay, it's just because we nibbled that before. While I'm here and I have free inventory space, let me just cut down the entire thing. Or fill my inventory even further with more stuff. Just in case we need another synthetic fiber later. Just haul one inventory worth of resources. 12 more slots. Still not gonna gather any eggs because we're still not able to make the alien containment thing. I really need more quartz if we find any, that'd be nice. Silver, however, I will also take. Anything good in here? Some free heat damage, sure, I'll take that. A lot of these eggs down here. I wonder if those are stalker eggs. I imagine they are. I was honestly expecting to mostly find scrap in here and get some titanium, but instead we're finding every bit of sandstone and limestone in the game. Could be worse. 2 more slots.
30 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think we make it back to base in 21 seconds. Okay. Let's see.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. As if I would ever just fucking drown. I beg you, game. Don't be silly. Right, fiber mesh number 1. Fiber mesh number 2. Scrap! Oh boy, another radio message. I wonder if that's the sunbeam about to be shot down. I mean, about to arrive on the planet and bring us to safety. We need a copper wire, so I was kind of on the right track here. Get the 2 table coral samples that we need. Grab the 1 gold that we need, which is here. Which is here. Go back Odano.
This is Lifepod 4. We've landed close to the Aurora. Flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us, and I don't know how long we're gonna last. We're close to the crash site, so bring radiation protection. 4 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
I think I'm gonna move this over. I think I'm gonna put the battery charger over here and the power recharger here. Power cell charger? Yeah, power cell charging station, whatever. We'll put those here because it kind of fits the modification station, then we put the first aid bin over here. That seems reasonable. I don't know why, but my brain wants it that way, so we'll do it. There's nothing I can do to stop myself. I guess this is just more the, hey, here's my basic stuff side, and this is the more advanced stuff side, I guess. Yeah, drowning is for squares. Cubes are too advanced to drown. Right, so this goes here. You guys go in here for now. What else don't we need? We probably don't need the habitat builder for the next few seconds, so let's stash it. Don't need the flashlight, I'm kind of just using the Sea Glide for everything. Let's put the fiber mesh into the everything bin. Get these resources that we can Sort elsewhere. I've started storing this in the other bin, so might as well. Sure, seems reasonable. Put this over in here. I'm gonna drink one of these in a second, so may as well. And the rest we put upstairs into the various bins that we have. If only there was a better storage system for this game by default. I'm sure modders have long since figured this out much better, but alas. Okay, so we're good to go for another expedition somewhere. Where are we going next? The Sunbeam hasn't told us yet that they're gonna be landing soon, so we still have some time before we need to be in a specific spot. I guess we'll just go over and try to explore another one of these crash sites in the meanwhile. It seems like there's usually good stuff around them. The game kind of uses them as, like, guiding spots for you to have things to search. Like, oh, go here, and on the way, or even in that exact location, you'll just find a bunch of new stuff for you to use. Game, may I please enter? Or may I not enter? Well, okay, good. Just gotta find the right hotspot. We're pretty damaged. Let's undo that. Okay, so what do we have? We have 1200 meters in that direction. And we have 1500 meters in that direction. One of these is in Satanville. I don't remember which one. Let's go here. It's technically slightly closer. Schnapp, schnapp. But yeah, using these drop-out locations as little hotspots for you to explore is a pretty good way of doing it, I think, because you can absolutely choose to ignore these. Like, they're not hand-holdy in the sense of, hey, go here to get this stuff, but rather like, hey, you might want to explore here if you want to, but you can also just go wherever the fuck you want. And at the same time, you can find all of the important bits everywhere else anyway, so you're not shoehorned into going to these locations. And they, at the same time, serve as little guidance beacons to have you go to different spots, see different biomes, coincidentally stumble across different resources while you're going there, that sort of shit. So I think the drop-out location system works out really well. Just grabbing some scrap while we're going by. May as well. So we haven't been in the, now that we're entering the Red Forest stuff again. I don't know why I keep calling it Red Forest, but yeah, now that we're in the Red Kelp stuff again. We haven't been downstairs in the snaky mushroom biome yet, so that's gonna be interesting. So, since this is the other mushroom biome, like not snaky one, the regular one, this is probably where Satan lives. We have a local mushroom biome, and there was no Satan nearby, so this is probably the mushroom biome where Satan hangs out. Keep our eyes vaguely peeled. Let's hope that Satan doesn't pull a different Satan and just go right through the floor, because that was a bit mean of him. Bonk. That still did a rather high amount of damage. Mate, piss off. No one likes you. Best I'll cook you with me knife. Quick look around of safety. In we go. And cut off.
Planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love for mine is the power. I am the one. On and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Life is a game which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
Fucking religious weirdos. I guess whatever makes you happy is you're crushing to your death. I mean, it's hard to argue with whatever people say when they're falling to their doids in situations like these. But, yeah, seems a bit weird. Interesting little cave. There's so many of these little caves spread across the entire game.
Seconds.
30 seconds. Even with the loading and the detail being weird and shit like that, this game is still so fucking pretty. They did a really good job with it. Right, let's head over here then. Going that way from this side might be dangerous because we're not going through the safe shallows as per normal. Like usually if you just stick to the center of the map and go, like, radiate out from there, tend to naturally avoid a lot of the Satan stuff. Once you start going zigzag across various biomes, I think that's usually where you encounter more of the actual nasties. Guess we're gonna have an experience, maybe? Or maybe not, who knows? If we come across one of these entrance holes to the weird snake mushroom area downstairs here, I'll give it a visit. There's a big old wreck we should probably investigate. Also, this might be one of said entrance holes. It doesn't quite look that way. Alright, guess we've found where we're gonna spend the next few minutes. I'm starting to feel like my regular movement speed... Oh, a bit weird for people for a moment. Anyway, I'm starting to feel like my regular movement speed is high enough that I don't feel the desperate need to have my Sea Glide out at all times, so I might actually be able to leave it behind soon. Not just yet, but soon-ish. Or maybe never, I don't know. I'm just addicted to going fast, especially in a game like this. Going fast is generally the way you avoid danger the most. There's not really much of a stealth system in this, so it's not like you can protect yourself that way. You just kinda gotta avoid rather than sneak or whatever. Quick drink. Bonk. Minor head concussion, head trauma, whatever. Absolutely fine, not dangerous whatsoever. I'm sure we're working at full capacity. I always work at full capacity. That is true, yeah. They are very good at that. It's remarkable how something that big can be so sneaky at the same time, especially since, like, the ghost ones also are very glowy. Like, once you see them, you'll immediately notice them, but the issue comes with the fact that it's hard to hear shit. There's just a lot of ambient noise anyway, like with the and shit. And you're yourself making noise, and there's bubbling going on and all sorts of shit. So they just sneak up on you. They only start making noise once they're attacking. And at that point it might be too late. I'm guessing this opens from the other side, maybe, if at all. Water tower over on a bunch of bugmen. I don't remember what you're talking about, sorry. I feel like I should know that reference, but I don't. Oh, I mean... You can always argue, well, it's the fucking... The fucking thing in them. What's it called? Las Plagas, maybe? That just does them in. Bends their perception. They are, like... pretty, impacted by that shit. There must be an entrance here somewhere, and I'm just missing it. Repeatedly. Maybe in from below. Oh, that doesn't go anywhere. Melissa does go somewhere and I just missed it. There's no way we have such a big wreck here and there's no way in. Maybe in-hole is over here after all? Nope, this just goes under. I am liable to spend the next 18 minutes here searching for an entrance at some point. And just not succeeding. Okay, let's hop into the sea moth so I don't have to catch new air every 0.1 seconds. I mean, like right there, for example, it looks like a bit where you might be able to hang out inside. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, when you do hear the roar, it's just too late for both your life as well as your pants, usually. The roar itself will make you shit. I think my least favorite part about that is the fact that they are so liable to clip through things, both the environment as well as the ground and shit like that. It makes it feel so artificial, and it makes it extra scary because you no longer can understand, oh, I'm in a tiny cave, there's no way it would fit in here, and then it just goes through the wall and you're like, oh, okay. So it just feels a little bit bullshitty. Why, thank you, that is definitely useful data for me. Why can't I scan this prawn arm? I remember the ones in the lava thing, like the sea dragons, whatever the fuck they're called, being exceptionally ass about that. Like, they would just notoriously go through the environment everywhere because they're massive and their environment is comparatively a little bit cramped. Oh, inventory full, it's not a good look. Let's try to head back out here. Where did I park? Oh, right here.
30 seconds.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so we are currently full on all sorts of junk, which means... How actually fucking dare you, you little nibbly shit? Let's drop some salvage. Yeah, just bonk my ship with the salvage. Very good. So I was just mostly grabbing the salvage as like inventory filler, so we get more stuff. In case we don't find enough to actually fill it up with proper goodies. Oh. Apparently that thing is scannable. Why can't we scan this obvious prawn arm? I am going to drown in here again. There's no way I survive a place like this. It's extra bad because the camera is so vertical. Hey, natural selection. Been a while since I played that.
Integrating new PDA data.
Don't need that. Yeah, like, we're... This, it's hard to describe. It's easier to understand if you're actually playing yourself. You played yourself. But like we're effectively more vertical, like the angles are all fucked up basically, So my camera movement doesn't correlate super well with my mouse movement, like it's supposed to in most other circumstances, which makes it very easy to just lose your bearings. Like everything is just kind of fucked. So you just feel incredibly clumsy. I don't love that. It's kind of a natural side effect of having a game where you can move in any direction, like effectively a zero gravity game. But at the same time, it feels a little bit more awkward than it needs to be at some point. I think I grabbed the terminal, didn't I? Get off me, salvage. Who put that there? Tyvum, I tried really hard by leaving early. One drowning in a wreck death per day would be good enough for me. Hoping to avoid a second one. Ooh, something was floating around here. I could grab some. Oh, it's closed the fucking door. Never mind. It's not closed the fucking door. Been in this room before, I think, very briefly. So are we done here? We went through that hatch there. Oh no, there's another one here. This has 2 branches, that's not great. Like, I'm trying to press spacebar to go up, but up isn't relative to where my camera is facing, but rather, like, the actual world, which I can't feel naturally, so it's just kinda very jank. We probably did.
Integrating new
No,
PDA
never mind, there's another
data.
entrance that I missed before. Yeah, that's the terminal that we pressed earlier that just had a bunch of gibberish buttons on it. At least if I recall correctly. I'll hop back in there in a second anyway, so we'll give it another look. I apologize. I don't think there's much I can do about that. It's always gonna look incredibly janky. It remains glowy. There's a big download icon on it if it's still something you can grab. It's just a battery charger fragment. Everyone has that fucking picture of that specific lady in their lockers. She's very popular, it seems. Let's see if we missed anything in this hallway. It's very cluttered and kind of hard to navigate. Where's that hatch that we came from? Battery charger. They do put a few too many of the same blueprint in the same room sometimes, I feel like. Like, we've had battery charger fragments roughly 8 times already in this little area here. I mean, I'm fine with a bit of redundancy. Yeah, they can click it, but nothing happens. Okay, yeah, I think we're just moving on then. This is something more, but it does not look like it. Alright. Yeah, the roars are always gonna stress you out of it, just hearing them in the background. That said, we haven't had many Leviathan roars, or at least not many of the hostile ones. We've met this thing before, right? Oh yeah, we're... No, wait, this is not close to our base. Have we seen this before? I think we stumbled across one of these by coincidence before, so this might be the one. Yeah, this must be the one. There's no PDA or anything. No prawn. It's just regular fragments. Or like modification stations and shit. It is very immersive, I agree. So I'm guessing this is not where I'm hoping it to be. Which is a very good sentence that gives you all the information you need as a viewer. Looks pretty though. Well, it's just a Rouge Cradle, we've had this before. We've scanned these before as well. Sure, let's just grab some eggs. Alien eggs, management will be pleased. I mean, they seem a bit common, maybe I don't want these. I'm only into the really really special, really fancy eggs. Fuck it, let's go home. Store some of our junk. Bonk. Right, home was... switch away. Where's my markers? There, okay. See, I like my base marker to be green, because green means, like, positive, safe, health, all good things are green, right? But at the same time, you can't see the green marker particularly well in this, like, dark blue, dark green tinted water and environment, so it's always a little bit harder to spot that marker if you're setting it to green. But it's just the sort of issue I have to tank, because I want it to be green, so here we are. We haven't set a single beacon, even though I made some. They even have one on me, just in case. I guess we've just always explored everything once we started exploring it. We've just always done the entire area in one go, usually. I know of at least one location that I probably want to end up marking. We'll see once we get there. Awkward music transition. Are there 2 tracks playing at once? I think there are.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I mean, the exploration one probably just stopped because we went home, but... goddamn. Game. Game? Can I not repair it while it's in there? Okay then, let's go down.
All systems online.
Do we have enough room to grab some of these? We got 2 of these at least, that's right. But yeah, the game's very immersive, despite all the interface elements and shit still being everywhere. It's interesting because there was this trend for a while where games try to keep every single bit of interface to an absolute minimum, just because that makes it more immersive. Like, interface obviously takes you out of it, right? So you want as few inventory, or not inventory, but like HUD elements as possible. And then there's games like this and Outer Wilds, which, like, in case of Outer Wilds, literally has button prompts on the top right corner by default the entire time. Now, I turned those off, but a lot of people don't. It's still like a super immersive fucking game. So, I don't know, maybe we were wrong when we were thinking that anything HUD related might be bad. I think if the game is, like, well designed, and especially the soundscape is really important, but also just, like, the feel of it, for lack of a better term, then I think it's immersive regardless of what's on screen. This goes here. Let's put this somewhere. Let's put this here for now. Doesn't really matter. Dead game anyway, I think. Let's put this back on. Right, we grab some batteries. I guess we grab exactly one. Didn't really use the other tools that much, so one it is. Put you back on here. Stash the eggs in our junk locker. Grab the rest of the scrap. Have you charge while we inventory manage. Keep calm. Hey, I got a free medkit in a sec. Yoink. Do in here, we still have some water on us, that's fine. Put the titanium away. Left! Let's just shove some of these into our body. Yoink. Oh, sorry. My mistake. Thank you, game, for eventually choosing to function as intended. Oh, this is not eating much power, huh? Well, just have those for dinner then. Eat every marble melon in the game, probably should for days. Right, what next? I guess we continue our little trip of ticking off these rescue signals. What did I need again for the reinforced suit? It wasn't magnetite, was it? Guess I would feel a little bit safer with the reinforced suit. Oh, it was synthetic fibers, right? I think we can make these once we have deep mushrooms. I think they need... like, it's this plus maybe hydrochloric acid or something was the recipe, if I recall correctly, which is unlikely, but there's a chance. Well, grasp it firmly. And if I recall correctly, this might be the life pod, which is in the area where you can find said mushrooms. I think that's also where we find gel sacks if we go deep enough and survive emotionally. We'll see. Okay, I'll not bother grabbing salvage on the way this time, because I'll probably have to ditch it again like last time, so let's just only grab what we need. Said only grab what we need, you don't need me. Don't pretend, Mr. Stalker. Get out of here, Stalker. Oh, there was some scrap floating. Was wondering what the fuck kind of fisk that was. Some grey, unshapely, weird-ass creature. Don't remember ever seeing the red stuff look like this. Neat. Like these kind of like up and down hills, not much going on in terms of actual features. Kind of spooky. Right, speaking of kind of spooky, if I recall correctly, this is the place where I don't want to be. This is either the place that is deceptively safe, or the safe that is the place that is hard Satan. I actually can't remember visually. I figured I'd be able to identify them immediately. Okay, I think it's the place that becomes hard Satan. If we go a bit further. Weird. There's an air vent down there. Scanned this before. I should probably grab these rubies. Oh, there's a gel sack, actually. Huh. There's plenty gel sacks, actually. I can scan something there. What am I scanning? Ice dogs. Never mind. I think you need those eventually. Some of those eggs. Had that one already. Yeah, I associate ice dogs as well as red shit with not good area. We haven't seen the red shit yet, so I'm like torn between, hey, this is the place that I don't like, and hey, this is the place that's fine. Like, half of the things I see are like, hey, this is the bad stuff, and then the other half is like, nope, you're fine. So my brain's confusing me, as normal. It's very dark here. Seems to become a running theme. It's almost like when you go deep enough in the water, things become dark. I had the opportunity to scan something here. It's not a Reginald, is it? Oh, we haven't scanned a Reginald yet. Welcome, Reginald, to the Scanned People Club. It's where all the cool kids hang out, such as the Peepers and the Bladderfish. I probably want my ship. Just kind of moving on ahead without an air source. Right, let's stash this junk. Oh, let's pick up 2 more things before we officially call this stash filled. Yoink. Can always do with more glass. Itchy nose. Pulp. There we go. Okay, so. Guess we'll go around this way. Oh, yeah, this is, yep. This is where I don't want to be. This is the stuff of not cool. Let's try if we can actually make our way over to the life pod first, or the escape pod. Seems like there's dead ends over here, which is a bit weird. I was expecting those to connect, but maybe not. I think this area has a big Satan patrolling every now and then. So I'm giving it the old look around. Hello, Poppin'. Vehicle's a bit damaged. Let's undo that. Ultra high capacity tank. I think that competes with the movement speed upgrade, so I might not use that, not sure.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data.
Oh, I was a bit late to press the button there. So a new voice log, let's say. Nope. This one? Yeah, I think that was the one. Right, so, in we go. Having to switch between the 2 sensitivity settings is getting a little bit drab. So if this is the Satan place, or if this does connect to the Satan place, then there might be something here that I want to grab before we fuck off. Because I think Satan place also has these mushrooms, these deep shrooms that we need. Okay, this did connect to the other tunnel, I just didn't find the connector, fair enough. Powered IV through connector. So yeah, this is oh, we need the blood stuff as well. I only remember the mushrooms, but we need the weird blood sac thingies as well. Yeah, get fucked, little bleeder. From scan. So everything here is like weird and creepy. Blood oil. I think we can grow that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So the thing about the ultra high capacity air tank is that you kinda... like, that is generally probably a little bit better than the other one. Because, at least for myself, I ended up using... there's weird spider crabs here, I'm a little bit worried about that, which is why I'm being so hesitant. But yeah, I ended up using the Sea Glide 99% of the game anyway. At which point it's kind of pointless to... oh, there's one to the left. It's kind of pointless to get the faster movement one. Thump, 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 thump. Because the faster movement one, I don't think your movement speed enhancers stack with the Sea Glide, basically, so you pick either or. Blood oil, maybe process into benzene. To refill my bladder. That is true, yeah. Weird blood stuff is oddly popular among humans. Not to mistake with weird blood stuff, which is also oddly popular with humans. So yeah, between these odd fucking spider crab things, the little bleeders, and the fact that I think in one of these biomes there's a ghost leviathan fucking around. This place is like pretty hard Satan. It's also designed to look spooky, and the soundtrack obviously also makes it even more spooky. Oh yeah, right.
Matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
Yeah, you don't fucking say. Like, look at this shit. It's just not pretty. I mean, it is pretty, but like, you know. You feel me? I mean, I prefer the fucking warpers over Spider Satan. Obviously, I would say that. Don't we get the mushrooms here as well? Is anyone in the know? Because if we don't get the mushrooms here, I'm kind of wasting my time hanging out here. Might come back later once we have the prawn. But yeah, I think with the blood oil we have the most important thing we need from here. Let's grab Unomoto. Gabe's feather, I think that's one of the ingredients. The name rings a bell. Goodbye, Warper. Nice to have somewhat met you. Cube has decreed, it is time to leave. Where do you get the mushrooms then? Which biome was that? I had completely forgotten about the blood oil, so I thought this was where the mushrooms are. But I guess that's 3, like, of the... So my brain has categorized it as you need 3, like... I'm gonna say extra ingredients that are, like, unusual, that aren't just, like, ore or diamonds or whatever. And the 3 are... Well, maybe there's a 4th one that I've also forgotten about because I thought it was 2, and now I'm like, oh yeah, right, it's 3. They are the blood oil things that I had completely forgotten about. They are deep mushrooms, or deep shrooms, and they are gel sacks. Bonk. And... okay, I wasn't sure if that was Satan, or if that was... like the tail of Satan, or the tail of friend. This one is friend. Basically, you need all 3 of those extra resources. I think this is the peaceful place, maybe. Hard to say. Anyway, let's just go home. And finding those is kind of the main reason why you would want to go to their respective biomes. Like, for example, for the blood oil stuff, you don't actually need to go much further or deeper into that biome. You basically only need the special resource, and then you can almost immediately fuck off again. So that's kind of the idea for me with the mushrooms as well. I just kind of want to grab the thing I need and then abandon ship because I want to fuck around with it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop my first beacon here. There you go. Because we're too full on inventory space to explore that right now. But I do want to give that a look maybe later. So yeah, I think with just the blood oil we can fuck off from that biome and not go there for a while. And similarly the gel sacks are also from a place where you might be in danger, but once you have them you can grow them yourself and then you don't need to come back. And I think the mushrooms have the same thing with them, I just don't remember which biome it is. That might be pretty much like pretty deeper in towards the end of the game. I say end of the game, which is not quite like true or fair, but whatever. Like just deeper in the progression. Anyway, I stop rambling nonsense. Let's focus on upgrades. Let's see what we can make with the blood oil. I'm pretty confident you can grow it. Also, in the background, sirens. Okay, we are fully repaired, so this time I don't have to do... I was gonna say, we're fully repaired, so I don't have to do any fucking hop out, repair, go back in shenanigans. I wonder if I can run myself over. It kind of spawned me awkwardly in front of my still moving Seamoth there, but I think maybe not, who knows.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. I am indeed, Captain. Well analyzed. Beep.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates.
Oh, nice.
It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sending out.
So, in 40 minutes we'll get rescued, isn't that lovely? Really looking forward to that. Bit of an abrupt end to the game, given that there's still so much to explore and do, but hey, rescue is something you'd want in a survival situation in it, so may as well. Oops, fuck's sake, this is so awkward. There we go. Nope, not this one. I want... this. There we go. So now we have a full planter of gel sacks, a full planter of blood vines. They can continue growing for themselves. We'll plop down a deep shroom thing over here eventually. For now we don't have any deep shrooms, so not really much of a way of growing them. So, do we have any new blueprints from having picked up the blood thingy? There it is, benzene. Needs 3 blood oil to make 1. That is a little bit fucked. Hey, we learn about aerogel finally. Gel sacks and ruby. Could have made that before. Surprised the game didn't really let me or inform me. Oh, here's the ultra high one. Yeah, so as you can see, that would take a normal high capacity oxygen tank. I think it's fine regardless. I don't think we really need the extra 30 seconds of this. If it is just 30 seconds, maybe it's more. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm gonna bother making that. We'll see. If we ever come into the situation where we should consider it, then maybe, but alas. We'll do that as it comes. Let's put this over here, switch over to the new battery. I want to put the old one in the charger. I wish this was slightly faster, like the whole menuing thing, but alas, what can you do? You can also eat the gel sacks, which is pretty funny. We needed 2 aerogel for the prawn suit, so let's get to that right away. Do some chemistry, or advanced materials rather, as they're called. Aerogel. I don't think you need this benzene stuff very often. We'll see. I don't think we hadn't moused over either of these yet. It's a little bit weird, but alas. Free medkit, sure, yoink. So, what else do we need for the prawn suit? I think we have all the other stuff. Enameled glass we can make, lead, diamond, plasteel ingots. We probably don't have enough titanium. Actually, we do have a pretty good amount of titanium. Let's see. I'm not actually counting, so I'm just grabbing a bunch. Actually, I should grab... Let's put the glass... We need to make an enameled glass. Fuck. How do you make enameled glass again? Do you need 2 glass or 1 glass? 1 glass, 1 stalker tooth. We have the stalker tooth in the locker downstairs, so we can just grab that. We needed another diamond. Or something. Trying to grab everything at once, and I'm obviously failing because capacity. There's a little bit of an issue here with the pinned recipe being blocked by the other UI element. I was hoping that would go away, but alas, apparently we just don't get to see shit. It's normal. Who needs to see things? Not me. I can remember this recipe, it's not a problem. Right, we need some lithium. I think we needed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the player steel. We haven't found any of the prawn suit arms yet, have we? So, since I can't actually see the recipe, what do we need? Lead, 2 lead, and then we have everything. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You guys ready to prawn? I am ready to prawn. Hello, Mr. Reefback Leviathan. Let me show you something cool. Watch this.
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power. Prawn operators receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
Oh no, it's falling. It must be broken. Bonk. No. Almost fell all the way down here. Not that it would have really mattered, but alas. Thank you. Okay, we're punching this flower just for posterity. Get fucked, flower. Aha! We have a prawn suit. Very fine device. So this thing is sturdy as fuck, and we can get all sorts of, well, all sorts is an overstatement, but we can get some fun arm attachment for this thing. We haven't found any of them yet, which is a little bit weird, but such is life in the zone. These two are pretty decent. We could get the hull reinforcement and slap that on here rather than the Seamoth. Could just make another one, although we're not gonna be good with diamonds for that, huh? Anyway, the downside is that we only have 1 moon pool for now, so we can only one of these lovely devices docked at a time, which means, Mr. Seamoth, it is time for you to undock for a moment.
All systems online.
So you just hang out here for a moment. We did grab all the things, did we? We grabbed literally none of the things. Very good. Good thing I double checked. Yoink. Prawn. Can I get high enough from here? I think I can. Yeah, jetpack is reasonably good. Right, I hope you all came up with a great name for a prawn suit while I was setting this thing up. Yeah, no arm suit. Weird. I think my default depth on that thing is also pretty high, or like low, I guess, technically. So we should be good. Store the quartz and the rubies. Uraninite, not sure what to do with you just yet. Guess I'll toss you in here temporarily. Maybe long term, I don't know. I don't think we'll have that many diamonds ever. We need to get more of these blood oil things once we have our growth bed outside fully grown. Because we need at least 3 to make benzene. So we should keep an eye on that and try to keep that up to date. Keep gathering them as they get ready. %. Wow, these things grow fast, huh? The gel sacks. They're already done. That's crazy. Hey, they're quartz. Yoink. Chance I know to free quartz. You know, maybe I'm really enjoying this light, high-capacity tank more than I thought. Like, this feels pretty fluid and fast, even without the Sea Glide out. Maybe I'll be able to finally stop being surgically attached to my Sea Glide as a movement speed addict. Oh, I should grab my... What am I doing? I should grab my Seamoth storage modules. At least one of them. We'll keep one just so we have any sort of storage on the Seamoth, but let's not keep both of them. Let's put one over into the prawn. Prawn actually can do with a little bit of storage upgrades as well, because one of the arms you can get is a drill arm, which allows you to mine those bigger resource nodes that we've sawn. Yes, England at its peak here in the Cube stream today. But the prawn can actually do with a little bit more storage because we might be able to gather resources with it, so I'd rather have it on that thing. Right, so clearly this thing needs to be red as fuck. Sawn off sideline. That's kind of a weird name, but if you insist. What's the thing we're doing? Is that interior? No, that's the nameplate. I don't even see where the nameplate is. Interior, we will do... let's do something like gray. Then there's one stripe here. I don't fucking know, let's do something like orange. How look? Maybe a bit too red. Maybe we'll do a slightly less intense red and add some white on the highlights instead. Wait, we're looking at the stripe, god damn it. We'd make it look prawny, basically. I mean, it's not great. It's much more gray than white, which is unfortunate. We'll leave it at that for now. Something about back pain. Oh, I see, fair enough. I can't drink, apparently, or open bottles without spilling. Alright, Cybot, we need a name for this prawn suit. You arrive at the right time to solve those. I'm likely to default to something like Crabathor or something like that. Yeah, we're about to be rescued. We have already peaked. I mean, how much better can the game get after you unlock the prawn suit for the first time? The game's just like, okay, here you go. Time for the GG. It's over. Ugh, fuck me. Big stretch. You don't really have much cutting options for the prawn, unfortunately. Otherwise we could go that direction. We'll go with Grabathor. Crustacean King. I don't know, maybe. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Gotcha. Well, I don't plan on putting any firepower into the arms, so it's not ideal, but it's a good idea, actually. It is certainly a good idea. Innosphere garbage, though, so I cannot condone. I'm legally obliged, or obligated, rather, not to condone. Well, I mean, while we wait for rescue, let's go over to that unexplored shit and see what we have in there. I'm sure it's gonna be something incredibly useful. Oh, we can untag that. We've been there already. Get out of here. Shit. I think we've been to all of the live pods at this point, so I'm just gonna disable them. Fuck! See, I thought I could legally protect myself by just slapping it into the title repeatedly, but alas. You still caught me. Actually, I should consider food and drink, because we are not doing particularly well. No peepers, huh? Let's have a whole fish. I don't think we've had a whole fish yet. Cannot believe how hard I had to resist there to make this stupid joke again. Maybe any bladderfish around. We still have a bunch of bottled water from the Aurora, so even if we don't find any, it's not too big of a deal. But if we can drink some fresh fish, may as well. Got some second-hand bottled water. Fresh bladders only. Wait, why did I grab the peepers normally? We have the knife to just slice them. Well, I guess I have to go back anyway to turn the bladderfish into water bottles. Never mind. I guess while I'm doing that, I may as well grab some scrap. Yup. Any more bladderfish? I'd like one, ideally two more. Just so I don't have to do this quite as frequently anymore. Forgot where you get the water filtration thing. That'd be a nice thing to have. Oh, it's probably in the Degassi base, right? Like the underwater one. Mate! You need a new hobby. In heck. Yeah, better leave.
30 seconds.
Can't even eat you. Pure disappointment. Well, I mean, we have fish right out the door, so we do have a steady supply of food and water, but I get what you mean. I liked having those water filtration things just in base. They make odd noises, but that aside, they're very handy. Speaking of, we can actually just make this whole feeding and drinking thing a little bit easier on ourselves. Let's not accidentally drink the potential benzene, that'd be tragic. I don't want to actually eat the watermelons, marble melons, because replanting them is such a pain. Oh nice, we found the hotspot immediately, never mind. It's so easy to replant them. I don't know why people make such a fuss about that. Nope, wrong. Oh, actually you're right, never mind. I was smarter than I thought. Let me grab my free medkit. We are full on hunger because I very smartly just ate the grown big crops that we have. Yeah, people, what a bunch of bastards. Look at all this lovely water coming out of these lovely bladders. Alright, fish into the storage. Let's grab 2 water bottles for our little trip. Titanium, 2 orts. I guess we'll very temporarily put these in there as well, because I want my inventory to be somewhat clear if we go on a little trip. I think we shouldn't do anything further away than this, because we'll have the game end in 22 minutes. So let's not get too far away or stuck in with something that takes a little bit too long. Yeah, just finishing some loose ends. I don't know what the big deal is about this planet. I mean, there's some, like, fish around that try to eat you, but that's just normal. We haven't seen anything super weird. I mean, there's all these weird teleporting alien robots, but aside from that, nothing odd has happened, so I'm sure if they just land properly on that island, we'll just be able to fly away. Bonk. Bonk. This hull upgrade really has ended our "oh no, I bonked a Fisk" woes. That's true, yeah, they're a bit weird, but there's no way there's flying versions of that, right? So clearly the Sunbeam will just be able to land and be like, hey guys, wanna leave? And I'll be like, yep, tie. It'll be a shame not to finish exploring this place, but what can you do? Alright, door. Wait, that's my repair tool. Let's not reinforce the store any further. Let's cut the store instead. Hey, fucking. Hello. Another door to cut right away. Are you certain that that's how you want to play a game? Because I don't agree with playing it that way, game. Like, for fuck's sake, game. Maybe that door just leads right back outside. Anything interesting? Nope. Propulsion cannon. Let's see, does that lead right outside? No, there's a room there. Well then, I guess we have nothing better to do than to cut another fucking door right off the bat. It's not like that takes way too long or drains way too much power for a single fucking action like one of these, but hey. Here we go, just hold right click for 8 minutes. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what's behind door number 3. Okay, modification station isn't too bad. What have we here? We already have this. So it's more titanium. Is that another... No, okay, that's just a dead end. Okay, this would have been a full modification station if we didn't already have it, so I guess I can't complain. It's just silly to have two of these right next to each other. Wait. We're getting too fast, too slow to control. Right, let's quickly refresh the oxygen. So we can eat it. Grab some more junk while we're here. Can literally never have enough salvage on this. Titanium is the most overused resource I've ever seen in any game, I think. We're full, aren't we? Not quite, actually. It's all good. Yoink. Any more stuff and things, maybe? Okay, inventory full. Thankfully we have a little bit of inventory at least on the same moth, so we can store... Wait a minute. I didn't put the... Storage module upgrades don't stack anymore. I swear they used to stack, didn't they? Because we had 2 in there earlier and it was the same amount of storage. That is weird. I mean, fair enough. But I could have sworn they stacked, which is why I put 2 in there to begin with. Well, I guess that makes it easier. Because I was considering whether I wanted to put both upgrades in the prawn instead. I think we'll end up using the Seamoth a good bit anyway, still. At least for now, it's still significantly faster than the prawn, I reckon. I am addicted to going moderately fast at the very least. Right, let's go home. Do you have anything else I want to do there? I guess we'll just spend the rest of the time before the Sunbeam arrives on the island that it wants to arrive on. Yeah, I might just be misremembering, I don't know. It felt to me like you would get, let's say, 8 points or 6 points or something per module. Could be that that's only below 0, could be that it was before the old thing, but I don't know. Oh, nice, Kojak with the continued wisdom. Do you have any further wisdom about left as a direction? either instructing me to go in said direction or how to go left, or how one goes left when one is already going left. I'm sure that you have something to say about that. I'm sure when Mambango told this anecdote, he did not expect the amount of impact that it would have on this channel. How left would now become a running meme. On not even his own channel, where this may have happened. If you go left, you'll eventually go back. That doesn't sound reasonable. Like, if I keep going left, I'm just kinda not going anywhere. It left his channel. I defecate discountedly. Alright, let's start producing some of this shit. Store more bullshit in the meanwhile. And down we go. Grab the stuff. Empty out the storage. Okay, that's a reasonable amount of titanium that we have now. It's probably gonna go away rather quickly once we start expanding the base, or once we start making anything that requires these fucking titanium bars, because one bar is 10 titanium in this. I think it's only 5 and below 0, which is one of the changes I appreciated, but alas. At least for now, we can feel good about having a bunch of titanium just sitting around in storage. While we're here, let's quickly replace this battery. I need to put more batteries in here so it doesn't automatically close once we're done. So 1, 2, 3. Replace you. Replace you. Do you have anything else I could do with the new battery? No? Okay. Let's just place all 3 of these in here anyway, even if it has one that's already full. I doubt it does the IRL thing where you damage a battery by overcharging it, or by continuing to charge it even if it's full. Right, let's go have ourselves some melons. Is Diablo 3.5 actually a thing, or is that you mockingly calling Diablo 4 Diablo 3.5? Because I could see them fucking up a Diablo update as well. Anything really. Okay, we have one more slot, so let's toss one of these in here. I apparently didn't grab one. There we go. But yeah, there was a weekend for Diablo 4 right now, isn't there? Not really particularly interested myself, but if people want to check it out, fine with me. Okay, we're almost done with this medkit, so let's give this a second to finish. It's now, okay, fair enough. I wonder how many people will give genuine, honest opinions and actually say that it's bad or good. Like, some of the people that I've seen play Diablo and stuff are probably not exactly reliable sources because they're just big enough fans that they'd take anything really. Do we have to do anything here before we leave? I don't think so. You can just hop into Seamoth and GTFO. Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing it for quite a while, if ever. So, I'm not particularly interested for my own sake. I'm more curious to see how bad they screw it up, or if they actually by sheer coincidence managed to make a good Diablo game. Which might in and of itself be a contradiction at this point, I don't know. That being said, I'm pretty jaded with the genre in general. Like, I'm not particularly into ARPGs anymore these days. Right, so we have this big old rock, and up here is apparently where the sunbeam's gonna land. Or at least their shuttle is gonna land or whatever. So let's go and have a look. Sure, nothing weird is gonna happen here. I should have probably brought my flashlight. we're gonna look very dumb with our Sea Glide in our hand as a light source while running around on land. Sure, I can make it over there. Yeah, there we go. Anything is possible if your movement system is weird. Is that bird that's stuck? Might be. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Shale, lithium. Don't mind if I do. Crab. How dare you? I fight you. To the death. I stand still to read chat. Crab misses, having expected me to continue moving. Get absolutely outplayed, Mr. Crab. Yeah, for me it's less about the price itself and more about, like I said, whether they actually managed to make it a good game or not. Like, I'm more curious about it as a... I don't know, not for myself to play, but as in, like, let's see how bad they screw this one up, or what they end up doing with it. The way we put the light source away whenever we grab something is a little bit irritating, I must admit. Wonder if there's a way for me to prevent that. I do appreciate that it really is pitch black fucking dark in here when I don't have a light source equipped. Games are often too weird about making things properly dark. Like, oh, what if the player can't see? Well, then the player should bring a light source. Wait, what? Oh, I'm scanning the chicken. I am not scanning the chicken, I don't think. No, we're scanning the chicken. Look at this. It's gonna work. Come back. No, chicken. Fuck's sake. I know, these aren't, like, I know they're technically crabs, but I don't really get a very crabby vibe from them, if you know what I mean. My, what a random bit of fauna we find lying around here. Purple data tablet. Weird, I'm sure it's nothing. Let's continue exploring the cave. Yoink. And a grab. Pretty... Maybe I should stop picking up all this lithium. I think we're good on lithium for a little bit. I'll still continue breaking the shale because we might get diamonds, which we still need. But the raw lithium on the walls I should probably just ignore for now. Is this the cave that we were in before? Maybe not. I see a bunch of shale on the wall. Yeah, they probably should have gone full crab. Like, once evolution starts you in that direction, don't try to hold back, just embrace it. Very quiet. Oh, sorry, it's quiet. It's quiet. We found exactly one time capsule. Pretty early, too. I was very excited. And then the very funny guy inside of that left the time capsule had a acid mushroom, a piece of titanium, as well as a giant bit of poop in there. Probably trying to trick me into thinking, haha, I defecate upon thee, and then I took the poop and I tossed it into my bioreactor and it gave me a shit ton of power, so the joke was ultimately on him after all. Oh, we're full. I drink. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pick up anything else that might be interesting. Guess I could eat my medkit, but it's kind of a waste. I was gonna say, there is something else interesting in here, if memory serves, and we have finally found it. Small fucking aliens, goddamn. Let's scan the entire thing in one go. I'm sure that's fine. Bloop. Insert ion cube. Alas. I am cube, but no ion. Also, given my usual blindness, I'm more of an eye off cube. Okay, even if I die from fall damage, I must scan the chicken. There we go, we've scanned the chicken. Greatest accomplishment in gaming. Lloyd. Hey, you're outside. How about that? Looking at these dark caves, my brain instinctively wants to press F to start throwing flares everywhere. Especially now that I've mentioned Lloyd. Yeah. Haven't you? I mean, I've been playing a good bit of it recently. I don't know. I don't want to be on the other side, ideally. Down where the marker is. Yeah, I mean, mobile Twitch is just hard weird in general. I wasn't saying I don't care about the price as in like, oh, I'm fucking rich man McGee, I can buy anything, lol. I meant more as in, if I'm not planning to buy it, I don't give a fuck about which price they're selling it at. Like, I'm not gonna play it until it gets mad cheap for whatever reason. So like, the price is completely irrelevant to me, I'm not buying it. That's more the point I was trying to make. But yeah, the whole no regional pricing thing is also a bit of a shit situation to begin with. Well, this looks normal. Ow. It's pretty funny how we, by the power of sheer coincidence, just didn't encounter any of this alien bullshit before we have the Aurora thing happening here, or the Sunbeam thing, rather. Force field control, let's toss it in here. And now we have inventory space to pick up another one. Haha, it all is coming up cube house. Right, let's just enjoy our nice little beautiful tropical island while we wait for rescue to arrive. Are you okay, chicken? Can I actually kill these? I'd like some fried chicken. Chicken is too sturdy. Cares not. That was enough to kill a crab, and the chicken is just like, nope, not me. I don't give a fuck. Screw you and your knife. Yeah, get fucked, crab. Wait, it's leaving. Oh, never mind. This is a very sporadic application of gravity there. Corpse decides to slide. Stop, slide. Stop. Slide very fast. Stop completely. I guess that's what ragdolling is. Right, so, this is the landing spot, so I'm sure we're just gonna be sitting here and enjoy ourselves a nice bit of rescue. Right next to this giant alien building, weird thought, but I'm sure it's gonna work out. I wonder how many people, when they first found this island, were like, oh fuck, we finally have dry land, let's quickly set up a base on here, rather than deal with the underwater bullshit. Sorry, just kind of trying to clean up my desk a little bit. There we go. I mean, they could make the argument of that being the only bit of land that they could be landing on. Because, I mean, it's ocean, right? But there's a very inconspicuous bit of land right there that is being hidden by sometimes there, sometimes not there clouds right now. They should be landing there instead, but regardless, it doesn't really matter, as we'll find out. in a little bit. It's always a little bit awkward to have a timer like this, because if I'm not here early, I'm probably not gonna be in time to see what happens. So yeah, these kind of resource nodes we can drill once we have the drill arm for the prawn suit. Just not looking very likely anytime soon, because we haven't found a single arm attachment yet. I mean, we saw one, but we couldn't scan it for some reason. Hello there, Seam. I seem you. But yeah, so we'll be sitting here for a little bit and waiting for the timer to run out. Guess we can have a look around in the meanwhile. What do we have? We have a nuke. That actually scared the fuck out of me, because I managed to thoroughly look away from my secondary monitor. So I was not expecting a loud noise while I'm skimming this list of items. Apparently there's something new in here that I'm not spotting. Oh, purple tablet, there it is. I'll only need an ion cube, that's gonna be not a problem whatsoever. I have plenty of those. They already mentioned something about the guy in charge, probably called the captain, not really being able to land a device like this, like the one that they're flying on a rock like this. They've only ever tried in VR, and they didn't even manage. So I guess this might be the most reasonable landing spot for them. They had to be picky because gotta make it work somehow. Regardless, this is definitely fine looking thing.
I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site. Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8.
Spoiling subtitles.
It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Oh no. Look at the pretty fireworks though. Very fine.
Lloyd!
Indeed. Very Lloyd. So yeah, there goes our rescue. Let's hang out here another second while the building resets. Eventually, maybe. This does not reset. What are you waiting for? Come on. There you go. So, we could go in here and have a little explore, but my inventory is chock full of goodies, so let's maybe at least go back to the sea moth and stash them before we do that. In ground chicken. Like ground beef, except it flies. There's some good wreckage down there as well to search, if I recall correctly, but the area itself isn't completely without hazards. I think there's a million bone sharks, and there's also the odd leviathan hanging out in this-ish direction, if memory serves. So it's not the safest spot in the known universe, but could be worse. Oh wait, wrong side. This is where storage resides. Stash all of the goodies. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stash the important goodies first. Gold is significantly less important than these other ones. So if we die and we lose some of our goodies, I'd rather lose the gold rather than the diamond, especially. Diamonds. Alright, let's park a little bit closer and then we go and have a little explore. It's a little ambient humming. I thought the Outer Wilds End of Cycle theme was about to start playing. I would have been very surprised. Also heavily intrigued, but mostly surprised. I didn't bring any food or water. Can't you cut these for some Yeah, there we go. Let's eat a tree, like regular human beings. Look at this. Another... I forgot what it's called. That phenomenon. My brain can only remember the German term. Oh well. But yeah, happened the second time now that the planet got in front of the sun. I don't remember that ever happening before, to me.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
I do like integrity. These surfaces must be a nightmare on the bitrate, because they are full of detail. That's exactly the sort of shit that the compression usually doesn't like. They're actually almost kind of unfortunate to look at in the actual game, in my opinion. Like, they do this weird jittering effect that I think anti-aliasing or something like that does, but then there's too many little corners. Anyway, we have some data. Yoink.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Oi, you cunt! Get out of here, get!
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
Tyvum PDA. Yo, Ion Cube. Thank you. I'll gladly have a cube. I'm generally surprised the bitrate is holding up as well as it was, or is. I was having slight amounts of trouble streaming this in the past, so I was expecting it to be pretty bad.
Attempting translation.
But no one has complained yet, so it seems like it's fine, which I very much appreciate. I wonder what that feels like. Probably weird as fuck. Force field control. A little bit of a moon pool going on. Monk pool, let's continue going in here. I don't think there's that much to explore in here, so we shouldn't be here very long, but it is fun to have a little bit of something else to see after all this ocean that we've been dealing with. Alien riffle. Does look weird and alien. All of these have little lore entries. Some of them are pretty good if I recall correctly, but I'm not gonna bother reading them, sorry. Don't think we can activate this one. I think this activates from the other side, for lack of a better word. Yeah, the surface sections definitely make Subnautica. Really hope when they eventually do a second game that there's plenty of surface sections. Ideally with some sort of vehicle. The vehicles in this are really great, so I want not only surface sections, I want them with vehicles as well, plus odd hazards that make no sense and are completely poorly designed. That would really make my day. Like, just think about the dialogue that would come from having that in your game. Like, hey, have you heard of this, like, cool underwater game, Subnautica? Like, you're underwater 99.9% of the time. That's so unique and so interesting. Nice! Yeah, this is fucking great. They made a sequel, and now you have large sections where you're no longer underwater. It's just a normal walk around in janky controls and janky vehicle controls with janky survival mechanics sort of game for those sections. Oh, that sounds fantastic. I really dislike the unique part where it was an underwater survival game.
Lies beyond this doorway.
We have one more tablet, so we can do whatever the fuck we want in here. Space is our own little oyster. Hello, control panel. I'm sure you don't mind me interfacing with you. I am lovely, nothing could go wrong. Don't mind me self-scanning to make sure that I'm still infected.
Scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
I'm sure this device won't mind. Let's see.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Man, we should have come here earlier before we got infected.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Alien facility locations. Intercepted background data regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet. Disease research facility at 800 meters. Location, cave system with extensive fossil records, southwest of enforcement platform. Function, life specimen only. Objective, synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kara or Kara. Thermal power facility at 1200 meters. Location, inside an extensive natural rock formation in an area of intense volcanic activity. Function, generate energy for all local facilities. Sanctuary A, data corrupted. B, data corrupted. Off-site laboratory, data corrupted. Primary containment facility, data corrupted. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will be automatically enforced with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. Oh boy, story in my survival game. It all makes sense. Mate, it wasn't me. I haven't even been here that long. Don't. You can't blame me. You can't prove anything. I need a lawyer. Wait, no, fuck. I flee. Yeah, all this corruption is unacceptable. Fucking heretics everywhere. Also, right, Tomb? No one has made a I hardly knew her joke yet, so we're in dire need of your services. I don't know why I never noticed that we have that little radiation patch on our leg there, indicating that we're wearing the anti-rad suit. Neat. Huh? I do like that we don't have a stamina bar. We can just fucking go for it.
The patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
I am anti-rad even. I repel radness. Only cool allowed in here. So Mambango, if you're still here, probably having just returned from work, you assing up soon. Because then I will be raiding you once you're live. And then I will call it a day, but otherwise I can also just keep going for a little bit longer because this game is very fun and very chill to just play around in. Not always very chill, I may be, but take your time. Like I said, I can just go on for a little bit longer, and then once you're asked up, I will be sending the men over. You hear that, men? You'll be sent over. Hope you're excited. You have no choice in the matter. So we could use that data that we just got to try to find the locations of the other alien facilities. However, I don't think you really need to do that. If you just spend time exploring the map in general, look for caves, look for anything interesting, you find enough either natural caves and stuff that lead you towards progress anyway, or you'll find other breadcrumbs that much more directly lead you to where you need to go, so it's probably fine. Well, it's more that if I'm about to take a break anyway, I would rather quickly get the old raid off, rather than, oh my god, I can't wait to stop playing this game that I really like to instead watch a game that I have no interest in. So, kinda regardless. This is more in general about the old, do Delos raid before fucking off. Hey, this should be producing blood oil now, shouldn't it? Yeah, there it is, nice. So we can get some benzene going. Right, Prawn, you may have to move out for a sec. Bonk. Welcome aboard, Captain. Ah, we've docked without damage, so now I don't have to do this little weird little back and forth with me having to hop into and out of the thing over and over. Right, so let's start by stashing all of our bullshit. We have a bunch of lithium, some gold and stuff. Let me put the ion cubes in here for now. Felt like I just put more than the ion cubes in there. Oh well, I'm sure we'll be fine. Tiny bit of titanium, this goes here. Hint of gold. Gold needed, my lord. That's not really in this game. Oops, that's my Seaglide, I need that. My lord. Go back to the moon pool, which is this way. I need to find a way of signaling for myself which direction is the moon pool and which direction is the rest of my base. And the rest of my base is also pretty tiny, so I need to really expand the space. Maybe I'll spend some time off screen. I keep saying that, but then refusing to do it because I wanna actually have most of this on camera, ideally. But anyway, I'm tempted to do some off-screen, just camera building while I'm like just chilling out doing other things. It kind of is a pretty good thing for Subnautica games because you need to end up doing a lot of resource collecting and shit, so being able to... Oh right, I want to have these on me in case we stumble across one of these alien caches, don't we? So maybe I'll just keep this on me. But yeah, it is a pretty good game to just spend some time running around gathering resources, building some stuff. It's very chill. So I might do some of that off stream. Might also not. We'll see. Right, time to shove 3 massive melons into our face hole. Fuck, we're just not using enough power. That is effectively what I'm doing, isn't it? Just like, hey, I might do things, but I might also not do things, who knows? Guess you'll find out next time. Tune in next time for the stunning conclusion to will Cube have done some off-screen fucking camera work, yes. Off-screen camera work is the best form of camera work. I should just shut the fuck up and put these batteries in here and focus on like doing maybe one more minor trip of exploration here for a moment. Yeah, I also think a lot of people don't mind as much the whole... Why is my thermal knife giving off bubbles even if we're in the air? I get the heat flickering, but the bubbles are a little bit weird. Anyway, I don't think many people mind the whole, hey, let's just do some chill base building work and resource gathering and that sort of shit, because A, it's just part of the game, and B, it's still like fun to just hang out, enjoy the soundtrack, enjoy the sound effects, talk some bullshit.
All systems online.
So it's just the sort of thing that streamers or YouTubers or whatever tend to overthink a little bit and just think, oh well, I want to do the interesting stuff on stream and then the non-interesting stuff off screen, but then it ends up not really playing out that way anyway. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the island again that we just left. And we're gonna go to that little side area where I said there was a shit ton of bone sharks, but also some good wreckages. Because I think we can do some wreckages. I'd really like to get these prawn suit arms going, especially the most important one. I'm not gonna name it to make it tense and interesting. Like, oh, I wonder what arm Cube could be referring to. If you're in the know, you probably can figure it out. If you're not in the know, you probably have no idea how cool the prawn suit is gonna be. But before we get that arm, I think the prawn suit is actually pretty clunky and not very fun to use, so I want to have that arm so you can start prawning around. And once we start prawning around, life is gonna be pretty chill, so that's kind of what I'm hoping to find. And I think there's good wreckages and salvage to be had over here. So let's go and do that. Wabonk. King warpers. Warping around, making weird noises and shit. So I think this is the direction I want to be going. This might be wrong, and or a terrible idea, but we will find out. So this place has all these floating islands around. Just bonked something for 5%. There you go. This place has all these floating islands, and some of them are not very interesting, like this one doesn't have anything on it, but some of them have like wreckage bits. And they also have little caves inside of the islands, and I think that's really neat. Like, it's a cool visual thing You just have floating islands with caves in them and shit like that. And it's also a good source of some of the resources that you might end up needing. There are, however, a lot of these bone sharks. Oh, here's a wreck. You're a wreck, mate! So let's park in this little cave entrance here. Hope no one ends up dinging us too hard. I don't think that many of the big nasties hang out here.
Suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
What do we have? Creature detours. Sure.
Near blueprint.
Earthen coral tubes. Scan those. New blueprint as acquired. This does not look like our way in. This pipe our way in, maybe. No. Shame. Felt very fitting. Quick rebreathing. So we have some rubies here. Anything else of value? We have some crabs. Hey, that fits with what they just said. They just said that these were very likely originally surface islands, and these have only been on the surface so far. So that's probably why there's crabs in here, even though they're otherwise not really present underwater in the caves. Bit weird that they stuck around for this long, but hey, crabs can be a bit weird. I guess this side is then where I'm supposed to enter this wreck from. See if we find anything else of interest. Cyclops engine, yes please. 2 out of 3 on that one. Seems like most of the technology bits that we need at this point are pretty big. These little boxes that are open on the side seem to not really have what we need anymore. Hey, grappling arm fragment, yes. Uno moto of those, and we're good, I think. I hope I don't need anything that I can't access yet to make that, because that will make my life much better. I guess. Also, where else would they go, really? It's not like there's abundance of above water life to be had in this game. Hey, that's the second one. Sweet. Yoink.
Near blueprint acquired.
Orifice chair, sure, why not? Power cell charger, hello.
Acquired.
I wonder how much we're actually going to be using power cell charging, because we're kind of... Another grappling arm fragment, okay. We're kind of using power cells only for vehicles so far, and we charge those by docking in the moon pool, so it's not really that important to have the charger for that so far. Is there anything else in this room? Because I'm about to double back. Get some air. I think that was just the door. Add a button prompt, wasn't sure which one that was gonna be in. 30 seconds. Right, let's park on the other side then. So we can save a bit on travel time, save some air. There's like 500 more Satans on the other side, but all in the name of air. There's a door right here. Maybe I'll park right here instead then. Open up! Exploration, please! Might have to arrest you if you don't provide me with anything interesting to find. Exploration police does not fuck around. Oh, I might have to repulsion cannon this to get in there. Shame. Are you humping my ship? Get piss off. He wasn't humping my ship? Oh well. Hey, you should probably get some air while I'm out by my ship anyway. I know we've only been out for like 30 seconds. I don't think anything bad has ever happened in this game. What does swim charge fins? I don't think I ended up ever really using those. They charge your equipment that is in your hand while you're swimming, but I think they're not as fast as the fins that we're currently using. So I'm not sure they're worth it, but we'll see if we end up making those.
PRAWN Safety Instructions Appendix A14. Don't climb on or get off equipment while it's moving.
Thank you. Good information to have.
New blueprint acquired.
Can scan that prawn arm. Can scan the entire prawn suit over here. Hey, prawn suit propulsion arm. Only 1 out of 2 though. I guess the other interesting arm to have would be the drill arm, so we can get those resource nodes. Also just generally a good mod to have. Okay, we're gonna cut open this door and then we're gonna fuck off so we can get some more air. This might just loop back to the other bit that we already explored, but I'm gonna play it safe and get air first anyway. Yes, yes. Right, so through here, left, through here. Don't think we've been in this room just yet. Anything to scan for me, maybe? Don't really care too much for free first aid kits, because I myself am also a generator of free first aid kits. Oh, this is just an entrance. / exit. And this is the other side of the banana, I think. Okay. I think that should be it then for this little wreck. No getting confused and lost on this one. At least not this time. Just bonk myself directly into my Seamoth. Normal. I am made of sturdy, I can tank it. And so can my Seamoth. It's not quite as sturdy. Actually, it's probably more sturdy than I am, technically. But I'm a little bit more agile and dodgy. As a person. And I guess as a character. Right, let's head-o-homo and deposit our stuff, and then we'll call it a stream, I reckon. Pretty good bit of stuff done today. We got a ship full of people killed. We made sure that no one on the Aurora was left alive. Did some nuclear generator repairs. Not even really related, those two, but still. Yeah, such is life. Also, if you shoot someone and they got killed by something else, it also doesn't count as your kill. I think you get an assist for those, though. Not that you get anything for that, but statistics-wise, the game does acknowledge, I think. How did I just touch the fucking ground there? We were doing so well with durability. Then it ended. Now we're not doing well with durability. Right, did we store anything? I don't think we stored anything this time around. Nope, we didn't really bring much home, did we? Do I make the prawn suit thing over here, I wonder? I do. Grappling arm, it needs benzene. We can make that. Advanced wiring kit. I don't know what that is. At least I don't know how to make that yet, because we haven't looked it up. Creature decoy. Tracks creature to its location, can be deployed by hand or by submarine, cannot be reclaimed once deployed. Pretty expensive, costing a wiring kit each. Might be useful long term. What is an advanced wiring kit then? Wiring kit plus 2 gold and a computer chip. Okay, that is obnoxious, but we can make that, so that's fine. There it is. Let's pin this so we remember immediately next time. I kinda want to make a repulsion cannon at some point. Not sure where to get magnetite, I don't remember. Yeah, we're most of the way there for the Cyclops blueprint as well. Not super invested into making one as soon as possible, but hey. Still good to have. 1 out of 2 for the power cell charger, that's gonna be nice. It is the sort of equipment that I like. Right, so. Well, I was doing that because I was gonna leave it docked here, and when I'm, like, done with it officially, then I wanted to not just sit there mostly damaged, or at least somewhat damaged, but rather, like, immediately ready to go next time. So, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I'm a little bit ass about that sort of thing, but I think in this instance it's not the worst thing in the world. Anyway, let's call it here. I shall give it a save. We go to... Wait, what? Okay, it was asking me the last save was like 2.5 hours ago. That had me a little bit worried there. But thankfully, I managed to not quit just yet. I guess I quit while it was still saving, so it didn't count yet or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I think I'll not be streaming over the weekend, but we'll see. Might do something as it comes out naturally. Maybe we'll do some hunt or something, and then I'll just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll turn on the stream. But I'm not really planning anything for now, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. For now, we'll head over to Mambangos. Let's go and raid him. Let's yell left at him or something. So, yeah, I'll see you there. Goodbye.